We need the tips from you guys, so let's take a look at the maps coming to beta.
Yeah, we've got 6 multiplayer maps available in the beta, all that you're going to be seeing today, watching the best of the best play.
Yeah, it's really exciting. The first up is Cortex, so human testing site. People in tubes are going to fight around, use it as cover. Very frenetic, very fun. Lots of cool Overwatches, my side versus your side gameplay there. Blackheart, which you've seen, of course, this Avalon offshore oil rig. Ties to the campaign, it's got a rotating center and some really unique wall jump opportunities.
Careful
We've
with the wall
got the
jump.
Forge here, we've R&D facility, cutting edge technology on display, and you've got some cool dynamic cover in the middle here. Exposure set in Australia. We've got some really vibrant colors, some cool wall jump opportunities up in that rotating container. You get some cool power positions right in the middle there.
Imprint is a 3D printing facility that's actually making technology of war. You get to step through the whole process as you're doing it, and it's got a moving platform in the center of the map.
And you've got Toshin. It's gorgeous, vibrant colors here right in urban Tokyo, and you got that crash site in the center, some really cool jumping in the center, and really awesome landmarks.
Really awesome landmarks. Everything looks fantastic. The color palettes, everything.
Got all the landmarks.
We've got all the landmarks, and I've played a few, and they are very, very fun indeed. Beautiful stuff. Let's talk about how they play. I mean, how did you guys come to, the approach for designing these maps?
Yeah, so we've got our classic 3-lane design style for clear definition, good path clarity, and really controlling those lines of sight. You can also see all of those spaces crafted for a wall jump. You can get to traverse places faster without mantling, getting some really cool power positions, and there's a few must jumps that we use sparingly, but...
A must jump, you say?
A must jump. But we really wanted to make it look like anything that feels like you can jump on it, you can, so have some fun.
Totally intuitive.
Yeah, and I've worked on every single Black Ops, and when you talk about the classic feel, like Brittany talked about, these maps have it across the board. Of course, they're bringing something new with Black Ops 7, but for me, an old-timer, there's a lot to love there. And they stand right next to the classic maps as well. So Raid, forget Raid. You got some new maps now. No, I'm just kidding. We love Raid. But we got some new ones now.
I also know, you said it before, but the landmarks, like, I know Brittany's a shot caller, so I know those call-outs are going to be on point in these maps. But Miles, visually, we have a ton of variety in terms of settings, in terms of looks. How did you guys think about that?
Yeah, for us at the portfolio level, we wanted to make sure we had that variety. That's what Black Ops is. You're globe-trotting, you're going everywhere. We're in Avalon, we're in Alaska, we're going to Japan, deep into it, we're going into the mine. Only the things Black Ops do, we're delivering that. Lots of unique gameplay, as you saw, lots of unique visuals, and all the landmarks.
We got more gameplay to get to. Casters, over to you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Appreciate it. Shift back with Dream Crazy again, and as you see behind us, everyone's locked in. We couldn't even bother to try to talk to anybody. They're all locked into their stream, ready to go. And we're going to take a look at our second map here coming up, the Forge. As you heard, we're interested in design base, but the real interesting thing about it is that dynamic center. The walls rotating around and pivoting things up into the Forge.
The Forge, and also two wings connected by covered hallways. It's just a lot of variety built on the harbor in Japan, and yeah, I'd love to see a bright and colorful map, Holship. But those walls, again, for every single map, it's not too much, right? Just a little, center point where it just can change the, situation.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Well, we'll take a look at it. This is another one of those maps, and Brittany had talked about this. Taking the ability of wall jumping to stop yourself from mantling and getting to those higher grounds faster. I will say, this is one of the maps that I got a chance to play yesterday, and I did feel the benefit of bouncing off of things to avoid that mantling mechanic and that animation to try to get you into the fight a little bit faster. That mixed with dexterity, your ability to try to zero in and center up a little bit faster too, really does make that elevation and that high ground battle a little bit more, I would say, feasible for those that find themselves on the low ground battling against it.
I love that you say that, because it really just tests the player to, do you want to cover, cover versus mobility type of mindset, right?
Yeah.
Moving around this map, though, you can see here Bros just utilizing, again, that M8A1, and for AR players, for these height advantages, for those power positions, it's really useful to climb up in those high ground, and take the high ground and slap it down on the map.
I think the other thing that's really interesting, and I did see kind of looking over the shoulder TP yesterday when he was doing his test, you see a couple of spots where you have like this natural built-in heady, as we call it, where you get like that competitive edge where you're just barely over a piece of that center kind of obstacle terrain. But your ability to bounce kind of eliminates the power position of the low ground, kind of medium ground headies, because you can just bounce up over, get a better look at the player behind that cover, and actually take an advantageous gunfight. So it's really interesting to see some of our more experienced players try to utilize that mechanic to make fights that feel, inadvantageous a little bit more neutral.
Love that. Love that. Samir too, utilizing Scout Pulse. Scout Pulse got a little information there, but hey, shout out to Elgato, Share the Wins, the official creator gear for Call of Duty. Next, thank you so much for supplying us with all of your gear.
And this is one map I will say you kind of see a couple of players will, re-identify the usage of doors, which is something that the devs have really kind of put a lot of focus into, the more automatic style. Something we saw a lot of more in like Black Ops 4, things of that nature, where you don't just get those single doors that you have to pop and burst open. Now you've got these more automatic style doors that you can shoot, create a longer line of sight than you may normally expect by looking at the different central point of interests, and that's another one of those things that, again, you continue to build on what's been there and where the game continues to mold and morph as we move forward.
The doors, that was quite annoying bashing through it. So yes, it automatically kind of opening up for you as you walk upon them. But here on the Forger, going up top, you see Samir kind of controlling this lobby observation area, but being very comfortable, full streak out, and also just kind of flying around the map with these specialists. You'd love to see him. He's utilizing the Enforcer specialist, just allowing extra health regen and also movement speed.
Aquela movimentação louca, né?
I wanted to turn your attention to as an audience member, those that are more familiar and kind of got omni movement underneath their belt a little bit faster, you'll notice that there is a bit of that buttery slide movement that I was about to say. Like, we're used to seeing it from just a static jump into slide. You can get that same momentum movement off of a wall jump. So that's another opportunity to kind of build on the movement that's already existed. And if you're looking to dominate every game, make sure you check out Origin, the official gaming PC and gaming laptop for Call of Duty. Whether you're at home or on the road, check out Origin to keep yourself in there, gaming, grinding, gunning.
He's not even using his streaks. He just wants to, at this point, maybe get a nuke. Samir, he's a competitor, plays in World Series of Warzone. Look at him now, just continuing on, going. And you can see, too, every kill he gets on the right-hand side, quick regen, tech, sprint speed, movement speed. Getting those indicators, letting him know he still has his perks.
Yeah, it's just another one of those things, too, that the indication of, like, the UI, it continues to grow. I noticed this yesterday. You start to see, like, who was targeting you, who did damage to you. A little bit of a boost now because you also see what you've been affected by, whether that's a UAV or a recon pulse. It's just really cool. There's no shortage of information on the game. So whether you're somebody who is experienced in Call of Duty or looking to jump back into it or play it for the first time, you're never really amiss from knowing what's happening on the map. Almost a turn on for Samir, which would have gotten SFG players across the world giddy, but not quite there, and he'll jump back over to the M8 trying to get that first weapon online.
That's where maybe how do you take him down, someone who has Enforcer? Maybe that, and I love that you mentioned that Call of Duty is so good for like countering, streaks, perks, countering equipment, and we love to see that. So maybe utilizing, if you're the enemy team, right, like maybe recon, right? You can see when you spawn up, you can see, the direction of where players are coming from. Utilizing other perks, classes to counter a player like this that it's just literally flying around the map.
Well, we got a little bit of a comeback effort here from Amir's team. Up and over, another look at how you can utilize the movement to break cameras and give yourself an advantage in a gunfight you might not expect. And Amir's happy to exclaim about that feeling. Difficult battle again in that modular middle center as we take a look at Drop, another partner of Call of Duty Next. Customizer typing the official keycaps for Call of Duty if you're looking to customize your keyboard.
O que eu vejo é o seguinte,
Alright, affected by tracker ADS auto ping, so you can kind of see again a little bit more of that recon being able to stop Samir here. But, of course, domination, a typical bug that we've seen Call of Duty for so long.
E eles trazer esses mapas multiplayer a galera vai ficar focada mais no multiplayer do que no...
Just again, kind of utilizing rotating cover, wing-to-wing transitions is what
Porque
you see
esses
Days
mapas,
doing.
eles,
A lot of
esses
that
novos
cover
mapas,
versus
eles estão bem
mobility.
elaborados,
He's really utilizing
são
mobility.
grandes, e a galera vai querer ficar no
map, I
mapa,
think, again,
porque
just to kind of highlight and showcase.
no multiplayer você morre... Olha,
This is not tactical play here.
Oh, okay, there it is.
olha
Finish
só,
off on the
você viu que legal?
body shield, still a part of Call of Duty.
Você
I know that
consegue
was one of
capturar
those
inimigo,
things
né?
that we saw a lot of comedy in
Colocar ele
as it
como
was
refém.
accepted the last couple of years, and Amir is happy to say, shut your mouth. I'm at the top of the leaderboard. The game's looking incredible. Players are loving it, but let's take a look to see exactly how much the players are liking as we throw things down to Lottie from a From the Seat player check-in brought to you by Herman Miller.
Possivelmente sim.
Thank you so much, Shift. Hello, Zin. I know I'm totally interfering with your gameplay here.
Emily Neves,
I have to ask you though, early
possivelmente
days.
sim.
All right, coming into context, I have to ask, what is your favorite
Porque
map so
funciona o
far?
seguinte,
Favorite map? Probably Toshin. I like the Japanese vibe. I haven't been to Japan yet, so it's the closest thing I
funciona o
got
seguinte,
so far. It's very,
o Warzone em
very vibrant. All
si,
maps are very vibrant, which I think is very good.
ele tá
They're a ton of fun, but Toshin I think is my favorite right now.
ele tá fraco para versão de PC e a versão de PC e console, tá? O Battlefield, o Battlefield ele tá no auge no momento, ele tá muito forte, né? E por essas razões a Activision precisa de dinheiro, então eles vão investir pesado agora na versão mobile, porque eles querem dinheiro, né? A intenção é dinheiro, tá? Primeiro dinheiro, depois a diversão, então eles vão fazer de tudo, né? Eles precisam agariar muito dinheiro, então eles vão lançar essa versão aí. Todo mundo está acreditando que eles vão lançar para o mobile, tá? Para o mobile, eles vão lançar para o mobile sim, tá? A nova movimentação, a nova mecânica, novas armas, tudo vai vir para o mobile. Que dia que lança? Apenas o ano que vem, apenas o ano que vem. Alguns vazamentos falam que eles já estão trabalhando nisso já, né? Porque hoje em dia, para você portar um game para o mobile, é a coisa mais fácil do mundo, né? Só precisa do motográfico. E o motográfico, a Activision / Microsoft, eles têm, né? Que é a IW10. É o novo motográfico, que esse motográfico ele veio inclusive preparado justamente para o mobile, tá? A IW10. O Warzone, atualmente, que a galera joga, que eu jogo, sempre eu trago live aqui, sempre estou trazendo live, né, do Warzone. Ele usa o motográfico do IW9, tá? Esse motográfico, ele não é preparado para a plataforma mobile, tá? Não é. Agora, o novo motográfico W10, sim, ele é preparado. A intenção do novo motográfico que foi criado, a intenção deles é justamente focar no mobile.
Changing game. Scuffed Gaming, the official controller partner of Call of Duty. Hamilton, equipped for precision. Hamilton and Call of Duty team up for a special edition Khaki Field Auto Watch. Get yours on November 14th. Customize your typing. Drop, the official keycap partner of Call of Duty. Unleash the beast with Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Call of Duty.
Esse aí é o patrocinador deles, né? A Monster.
Here with Palu's senior game designer here at Treyarch. So we're going to be talking about weapons today. I don't know where we even start. What have you got in store this year for us with Black Ops 7?
The big focus for us this year is just weapon variety. Most of them are brand new to the franchise, which is really exciting, and we've been able to pack a ton of unique gameplay into our launch portfolio because of that. I think like one great example would be a new shotgun. It's called the M10 Breacher. It's a pump action, but it's got a twist. If you hold down the trigger, you'll charge it up, reduce its spread, and then can fire and release and land some of those mid-range shots with a little bit more accuracy. And then obviously heard a lot about classic Black Ops 2 weapons returning. Peacekeeper and M8A1 I think are two great examples of our weapon goals the Peacekeeper blurs the lines between AR and SMG, and the M8A1 obviously has its 4-round burst. Still extremely lethal, I will say. And now with Gunsmith, you can kind of build it in different ways too, which is really exciting.
It sounds like there is a lot of variety, and variety seems to be this word that we keep coming back to with Black Ops 7.
Variety is a big focus for us, and the 2035 setting has really helped us kind of push the gameplay in a lot of creative and unique ways. And obviously the weapons look amazing as well. You know, the aesthetic is really this cool marriage of sleek and tech, but still grounded. You know, the way we balance weapons, we've been able to kind of push the characteristics of each weapon to further extremes and still find creative ways to balance that, keep them in check.
Can we talk about Gunsmith? Are there any big changes there?
We've seen a lot of feedback from players that they want more build variety, and we're targeting that in a few different ways. At the core, though, we're making sure that you can modify some of the key stats that people really care about across multiple attachment slots. Or if you are more interested in just a good balanced build, there's going to be different ways of achieving that.
And that's the game now. What can we expect post-launch?
We want to keep this momentum going into post-launch. So on the weapons front, more iconic, classic Black Ops 2 weapons returning, but a lot of attention into bringing more brand new weapons to the franchise as well. On the attachment side, we're really excited for the return of attachment rewards and weekly challenges, and most of those are going to be for a specific weapon. They're going to totally change the way you play with that weapon, sometimes in absolutely wild ways that no one I think will expect. But then we're also making sure to bring global attachments each season that are going to be able to go on most, if not all, weapons in the game.
Pablo, there seems to be a lot to get through once we get our hands on BO7. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Yeah, let's dive in.
Can't wait. But for now, it's back to next.
Thank you, Miles. That was Pablo Ortiz talking weapons. As we just saw, there are so many ways to customize your playstyle in Black Ops 7. We're back with Matt and Yale, but guys, hold on. We've talked weapons, but let's take a look for ourselves.
Pablo already walked us through some of these weapons, but Yale, we're in the armory now. What are you most looking forward to playing with in the beta?
There's so many great guns, but for me, probably the Dravik 45.
That's mine. That's my pick.
We had a bunch of pros out, and they all played, and they definitely gravitated towards that one.
Yeah.
And it kind of validated one of my favorite weapons. The M10 Breacher is awesome if you're rolling shotguns. Also just the weapon prestige system, all the attachment stuff that we're doing, prestige attachments, just so many ways to customize. It's great.
Yeah, and speaking of what's coming to beta, Matt, let's talk about Overclock. This is a massive innovation coming to multiplayer in Black Ops 7. How's it all going to work?
So Overclocks we're very excited about, and it really all came back to how do we let players tailor towards their playstyle a bit more, give them more agency. So with Overclocks, every piece of content throughout lethals, tacticals, field upgrades, and score streaks, you will eventually unlock 2 overclocks. Those are modifications to those things, which you can then apply one of those overclocks of your choosing. It adds a ton of depth to your loadout, and that's what we're really trying to do in Black Ops 7.
Yeah, like bonuses, getting those bonuses.
Bonuses, yeah, stat bonuses, functionality changes, some really fun stuff there.
Some of them are crazy and awesome, and I cannot wait to use them.
I can't wait either. Yale, have you got any favorites?
Probably point turret. The fact that you can stick it on walls with one of the overclocks, it just makes it slightly more tactical to use. And then the Rhino's awesome. Like, it is a beast and
even the
super
stimmy.
powerful.
Yeah, like even things, you know, maybe undersung, you get to that extra
little ways to
extra
tweak
buff.
it. It's just nice that it's everywhere. Experience really matters and you unlock.
It feels like every single thing I'm playing with in this game has almost got its own progression system. It's so impressive, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to play with camo, with smoke grenades. They've got different versions now, and of course, all the streaks. It's so fun.
Matt, do you have a favorite overclock?
I don't have a single favorite. Yale just mentioned the stem. You mentioned the stem. It is fun because you get to go back to kind of some familiar stuff. If I had to pick one, it's got to be the dog.
Of course.
And when he's on my team, he is a very good boy.
If he's not on your team,
he's a bad boy.
He's actually
What?
I have a little bit of a surprise for you.
You never said he was on the
because
streets.
we have a visitor.
Spawn's flipped, and he's back.
He's on our team, so he's being a very good boy right now.
Which overclock does he? Oh, okay. He's got the Sentry mode overclock. So he's going to hunker down a little bit.
And we did confirm
Yeah, you can't
to
pet the
reenact
dog.
the MP trailer.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you. To be able to pet the dog, you have to have the Sentry Mode overclock.
Oh, bonus.
You've unlocked that one, and you've applied it.
That's great.
Yeah.
What is it? Are they capturing B?
Down by the railroad tracks?
They're capturing B down by the railroad.
Go get him!
Go get him, boy.
Go get him! Go get him!
Go get him, boy. Go keep my spree going.
Oh my gosh,
we love
he's
him.
been
We
the
love
star
him.
of the
We love
show at Next, but I will say he runs quickly, and so
He
be
does, yeah.
prepared for that
And
if you have one coming after you.
DAWG.
Yes.
Just don't get it wrong.
Dog.
It's a dog.
Something we're also really excited about is the Specialist wildcard.
That's right.
This is not going to be in beta, but it is in at launch. Tell us about it.
So it's the first time a Black Ops game has ever had Specialist. It is a wild card. Because it is a Black Ops game, we love our wild cards.
Yeah, we do.
So if you give up your score streaks, which some of us, I know we've talked, Stephanie, you have some difficulties attaining score streaks sometimes.
Don't you?
You said it. Your words, not mine. But
There's
if you are
perks
one of
for
those,
that, okay?
Yeah, there are perks for that. So if you take the wild card, you'll be able to pick 3 additional perks. So for a total of 6, you earn those 3 additional ones at 200, 400, 600 score. And then if you are good enough, which we all are, at 1200 score, at 1200 score, you will earn all of the perks in the game. Except for Tac Sprint, we got some feedback. We've heard a lot of feedback already. We're quick to adjust, so you will earn every perk in the game minus Tac Sprint if
That's
you get
out. Yeah. Awesome.
at 1200 score.
Hey, real super soldier vibes.
Gonna be very fun.
I can't wait. Well, also last week I got to stop by Treyarch and get all the intel on some of the innovations coming to player customization. Let's take a look. I'm here with Alvin, the game designer at Treyarch here on Black Ops 7. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
I'm excited to get my hands on the game. I'm very excited to see how I can customize my playstyle, which feels like more than ever in Black Ops 7. But the number one change I'm most interested in is the overclock system. Can you explain the philosophy behind that?
It's all about adding more interesting choices and meaningful choices that adjust gameplay. So overclocks are upgrades that you can unlock over time as you use a piece of equipment or a field upgrade or a score streak. Eventually you'll unlock 2 and then you can choose one of them to equip. So it gives you options, maybe based on a mode you want to use this, but based on a different mode you want to use that. One of my favorite examples is the new dog score streak. Has an overclock that adds a sentry feature, which turns it into this really powerful turret.
Another change that's been made. So, Black Ops 6, we had the combat specialties, which was equipping 3 perks at the same time gives me a bonus, which was great. I had a lot of fun. How is that changing in Black Ops 7?
We really wanted to expand on that system, Black Ops 7. Players seemed to like the system, but maybe felt it was a little bit too limiting. And so with hybrid combat specialties in Black Ops 7, you can experiment with playstyles, and you can mix and match. So as an example, say you like offensive and stealth perks. Now you can equip any mixture of those. Boom, you're going to get a cool new hybrid bonus tied to those things.
Staying on perks, there is a big addition to the game for the first time in Black Ops history, the Specialist Wildcard. What is the Specialist Wildcard?
We were just talking about perks. We got a lot of cool new perks. Why not let players play with all of them? And what this lets you do is earn extra perks instead of your score streak. So you equip this to your loadout, you add more perks, and then you earn those on score. And then eventually, if you earn enough score, you can get all the perks.
Thank you so much. There are so many choices to be made now as a player. My playstyle, truly, I'm going to go deep in that beta. I cannot wait, mate.
Real exciting. See you in the beta.
Thanks, Alvin. Back to the guys at Next.
Shift back with Trip Crazy. So awesome to hear what's new for loadouts, whether you're looking at it from level of perks, weapons, specialists, utility. Everyone feels like there's a level of customizing it to your playstyle.
Yeah, there's so much to look at, Shift. I just can't wait to get my hands on it, but just having that ability to use the overclock feature to extend the life of some of the streaks, and of course, looking at all of this on these beautiful maps in this interactive space here, coming up on Hardpoint on Toshin. Method said it was his favorite map, Shift, so let's see if he's going to pop up on this one, but those ARs, they've been pretty dominant here today.
I know all you Ranked Warriors CDL fans just inch a little bit further forward in your seat to see how exactly Hardpoint will play, and we're taking a look at least at Arctic Gamer for right now, and their team is dominating, so he's just going to hang out, try to get some of the sniper gameplay going through here. So with this, I will say, I played Toshin yesterday, on this mode particularly, and just, I gotta get into my little CDL routes right here. I think this map is going to be viable. It feels super awesome. The points are dynamic. They feel like they're really balanced in terms of location, position, how you spawn around them, how spawns move. And everything feels really, really solid. I'm glad we're getting our first taste of Hardpoint on this map.
And on Toshin too, we saw a little bit of VS Recon there, a little sniper play coming into action, which is a very, very feasible weapon here. But around the alleyway, Aiden does get sniped by one. And well, I love this map on Toshin. It's a lot of mixed spacing that we see here too.
Yeah, and I think it's just, again, how you utilize some of these high ground positions, watching over Hardpoints. This is Hard P1 right here. You do have those windows that are on the other side. It feels like a power position, but the thing about it is you can bounce off that destroyed train, still get a look into that location, and try to at least battle up against it. So it doesn't feel as dominant as other high ground positions had in the past. I think there's also just a really good balance and design of talking high ground to high ground. It just, everything feels very level and neutral when it comes down to how power positions would normally feel versus what we're getting in this game, thanks to how the Omni movement can be combined with the wall jumping.
Yes, in the park and like market areas, you see those windows which do promote a lot of upper level fights, and then lower level, you can have submachine guns go at it on the ground level. So those ARs, as you'd mentioned, getting set up into those power positions. We see Aiding kind of cleaning up a lot of this hill time. He does fall to a nade, but nonetheless, Scout Pulse, I want to point that out. You can basically use that as advanced UAV if you overclock it twice.
Yeah, and that's the other fun thing about it, just kind of hearing the inside information about it, but seeing it in application is different. The overclock system is going to allow for players to really customize their experience, not just in how they build their loadout, but how it affects your team and just the lobby in general. As you're seeing the UAV reveals that are coming through right now for Aiden with a Rhino in play. So in terms of a possible comeback, this is looking pretty decent, going from 1 to 2 pretty smoothly and having an idea of where the spawns are going to be. Aiden's just locking down the OBJ.
Well, Herman Miller Gaming is proud to be the official chair partner of Call of Duty. Next, shout out to Herman Miller for supporting us and definitely keeping us locked in here during next.
Chairs are elite.
Absolutely.
Absolutely elite. No bias. But yeah, I think the other thing that we talked about a lot, with the players yesterday, the creators yesterday, with how different the maps look aesthetically, there is still this innate ability to very visibly see your opponents. And I was talking to Brittany quite a bit, one of the level designers, about the map design philosophy and kind of experiencing a futuristic or near futuristic atmosphere while still trying to make it feel immersive. And she was very specific in talking about, we want to be able to really see the different sight lines that a player can have. We don't want to really clutter things with too much high ground, too many windows, too much stuff that's on the ground around you. Enough to make it feel dynamic and you have options in terms of what you play through, but not too much to where you feel like you can't see your opponents, as Aiden is tracking everything right now.
But those, I love that you point that out, because the derailment structures, right, as Aiden was shooting at an opponent, you could see those broken structures really do work as vantage points for cover. So Brittany, yes, a great job at just kind of like mixing the two, and with the vertical sight, the vantage points all around these alleyways. There's just so many ways you can cover too, as well as those open mixed areas.
Yeah, I think that the other thing is, a lot of these maps, we look at 3-line based maps, which again, there is an inspiration towards a lot of this. And as we get equipped for precision, Hamilton is entering the Call of Duty franchise space, the Special Edition Khaki Field Automatic. I will say we had some time to talk to the Hamilton representatives, and wow, it's cool. I actually have the watch on right now that was used in Interstellar, the Murph watch. Very clean, very comfortable, so make sure you check out Hamilton for that limited edition if you're looking to up the wrist game. But getting back to the point, again, you've got these central POIs, especially in a map like Hardpoint. You see those interest points immediately, but how you connect between the lanes feels really smooth, really fluid, and again, doesn't feel like you're held back by trying to take these tight routes to get from place to place, which I love.
And it feels like each map is like that, right? We saw Deus Amir doing that on the Forge, right? Every single map, the map transition from lane to lane is so beautiful, and even if you are using something like the VS Recon, depending on what types of specialties and perks that you have attached to it, you can move very fast. And MZ, a reputable sniper by far for so long in the community, she's working it really well with these one-shot, one-kills.
Looking clean, now off the spawn. Are we going to see a quad creep? Come on, MZ, give it to us. Almost a chance for some collateral. Whoa! And then almost to the pistol. She can't believe it. Almost absolutely tore apart the entire lobby. But yes, we do, MZ. We take those.
Nice shots. Definitely some nice shots there. Almost through the wall, but We saw a little bit of that earlier.
Here we go. Little camo action.
Active camo, go behind them and hit a triple. I'm gonna line it up and like.
Hearing the hearing the strategies on that one. She knows exactly what she's doing here, but they are dominating right now. Another one goes down. Gosh, this is a sniper we have to try when we're home.
You know, I gotta just reveal my position here on it. I know the community talks about it a lot when it comes to the competitive side of the esport. Are we gonna see snipers in the game? Feels like we should have a chance to see this one. But official pizza of Call of Duty is Little Caesars. If you're feeling hungry while checking out Call of Duty next, feel free to get on in there. As we continue on with the coverage for today, everyone is talking about the new dog score streak, of course, and courtesy of Little Caesars, we get to see a little bit more with him as we sat down to talk to Dog for a pep talk.
What's up, everybody? This is Little Caesars Pep Talk with the side of Black Ops Intel. I'm your host, Chris Puckett, joined by very special guests. We got T-Dog Smitty, and T-Dog Smitty, I have a special present for you. You hungry?
I am so hungry.
Let's eat, my friend. Bring him in.
Look at my guy.
It wouldn't be a Black Ops without
so much.
a robo delivery service. It's launch week, it's reveal week. What's the content strategy?
Get as much content as humanly possible. First, we want to look at the maps. Black Ops 2 guns are back.
What's going to be new in this game that you're pumped for?
The wall bouncing.
Weapons, I saw the camos are kind of nuts here.
The best thing they're doing this year is it's any mode you want. So campaign, zombies, warzone, multiplayer, you name it, they got it.
Give me the day one. I need to get to Prestige as fast as possible. Now, what are you running?
Holy moly. The M8 felt really, really good when I used it. The Peacekeeper felt great.
If you're
honestly, right now, they're all pretty good.
For anyone who wants to become a Call of Duty creator, what pro tips do you have for us?
Don't just go live for 4 hours, mindlessly doing random stuff. Have a strategy.
Final question. This is the Little Caesars Pep Talk. Where can I find more content from T-Dog Smitty?
YouTube.com/TDogSmitty.
For all of you at home, it is time to open the Little Caesars app, accept the Call of Duty challenge, complete it, and you could win Black Ops 7. Yeah, a free copy. And you are also entered for a chance to squad up with George Kittle, maybe T-Dog Smitty. Number 85, Little Caesars Call of Duty. Does it get better than that? I didn't think so.
That was amazing, and we gotta love that dog. By the way, our creators are rocking Corsair peripherals throughout the venue, so you at home can enter for a chance to win the peripherals bundle by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account and use the hashtag below. But we'll be right back, and more Black Ops 7 coming right up.
Dominate every game on a big screen TCL QD Mini LED TV with 144Hz native refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. TCL, the official TV of Call of Duty. Experience the world of Call of Duty with Corsair, the official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty. Operators, get ready to ride the special edition Polaris Razor Pro R and Sportsman XP 1000 vehicles, dropping soon into Call of Duty Warzone. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today. Welcome back, Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Looking sick, looking slick. We've been joined by Lawrence Metten, Associate Design Director at Treyarch. Lawrence, I know there is a lot of stuff going on with Prestige in Black Ops 7. So firstly, welcome to the Owning Room. Secondly, tell us more.
Thank you. Yeah, so we have classic Prestige in Black Ops 7. We have a new journey. Excited to share more about the updates coming to Prestige Master and the icons and things like that as we get closer to launch. But our big story with Prestige in Black Ops 7 is the return of weapon prestige. And we're really doing for weapon prestige in BO7 what we did for classic prestige in Black Ops 6, and that's bring back a fan favorite progression system in a way that feels faithful to the way it used to work, but also bigger and better than ever.
So Weapon Prestige is bringing an even deeper journey for players with their favorite weapons. Lawrence, tell us how this is going to work.
Yeah, so reach max weapon level, you're going to have the choice to enter Weapon Prestige. Doing so will automatically unlock a unique prestige attachment that each weapon in the game has. And these are chunky, build-changing attachments that really change the way those guns play. You're also going to unlock a camo, and the Weapon Prestige system is packed with camos, some of which are remastered Black Ops 2 camos. So you may see some fan favorite camos on the screen here. You know we had to do graffiti camo.
One of my favorites.
Oh, it's so many.
That's great.
Charms, camos, attachments, prestige has got it all going on. But Lawrence, it feels like Black Ops 7 is seriously about the camos this time around.
Yeah, we're going big with camos. So we have our core camo grind. We have camos in prestige. We're going to have camos in our live season. So weekly challenges will have 2 camos per season, an animated camo to chase for completing that system. We're going to have camos in our seasonal events, and I mean, we're going big with camos. There's a redacted camo.
We heard people like camos.
The jacket don't lie, folks. The jacket don't lie.
Yeah, he came prepared. Like, we were like, there's only one thing you're allowed to wear.
He's working through his headshots. He's early in his journey.
I'm 5 headshots in.
All right, I know we all love the camos. Matt, what's your favorite one?
I mean, so Lawrence mentioned we've got some remasters, some reimagines. I worked on Black Ops 2. One of my favorites. It does relate to a breakfast meat.
You know I've been outside your office with sign ticketing for this one?
You have been sliding bacon strips under my office door.
Subtle,
but we took it, so hey, I'm going to go with bacon. Bacon camo.
And it's never looked better.
It's sizzling in this game.
Hot. It sizzles. It's greasy. It's all of the,
all the things we need it to be.
Okay, so while we unlock these camos and more throughout this progression journey, the best part is if you make something awesome, you can now share it with your friends. A first now in Black Ops. Lawrence, can you explain the sort of the build share for us?
Yeah, weapon build sharing. We've wanted to do this for a long time. We've finally been able to do it with Black Ops 7. You can send a build you've created directly to a friend. You can grab a build from the kill cam. So if someone's got your number in a match and you're like, man, what's that guy using? Grab that build, throw it into your loadout for the next game. And then you can also share via build code. So right in the gunsmith is a build code. Edit a build, edit a weapon, and that build code updates. Anytime you see a screenshot of the gunsmith, post it to socials or out of game. Grab that build code, throw it into your game, and you're rocking that gun.
Yep.
My days of digging through the spreadsheets are over.
Yeah, I can join
I'm
my
so excited.
I'm going to join my pro friends and be like, what's the build? They're like, here it is, bang, straight into my loadout. 6, that's so cool.
It's, I spent a lot of time on the social medias looking for meta builds, so I no longer have to do that. I can just grab a code, and I will also, we saw Pablo talking about our weapons earlier. I will often hit him up on a Saturday night and be like, hey,
if you want to know anything,
what is the best
Pablo's
weapon,
your
Pablo?
guy.
Now he can just send me a code.
Yeah.
Pablo build codes are blessed.
Pablo,
You get a build code
Absolutely.
from Pablo,
Maybe we will be blessed and get one from him closer to launch. But we've already seen quite a bit of gameplay today. But one thing we have not seen is modes. More modes. New modes. We need to talk about modes. So we are talking about Skirmish.
That's right.
Which is not in the beta, but will be there at launch. What's Skirmish all about, Matt?
Yeah, so Brittany said we got maps, and I'm going to say we got modes. Skirmish is our high player count 20v20 mode based on Avalon. We will have 2 launch maps on day 1. We'll have Mission Edge and Mission Tide. They're very different. We've got one kind of skyscrapers, ritzy, glitzy, glamour, wingsuit, grapple all over the place. Then we've got one that's a bit more grounded and plays a bit more like a familiar multiplayer play space. We love our high player count modes at Treyarch. We've taken inspiration from Fireteam, we've taken inspiration from Combined Arms, and we've got something really exciting for day 1.
Nice.
Really, really exciting stuff. We also have a new mode that we're going to be seeing live gameplay for today called Overload. What's that about?
Well, we're going to find out. Back to the studio.
Well, My name is Miles Ross. I'm here with Joanna, lead game designer on all things modes here in Black Ops 7. So tell me about modes. What do you and your team do?
My team focuses on designing game modes here at Treyarch.
There's one mode that we would love to talk about, a brand new mode called Overload. What is that?
It's a 6v6 objective mode. You have 2 zones, they have 2 zones. Your goal is to secure the overload device and pick it up and capture it in one of the opposing team zones. Once you've secured the device, you have an outline on you to indicate that you have the device. By bringing the device to one of the zones, your team gets 1 point. Your goal is to get 8 points to win the match. And it's been great working on this mode with our partners at Binox.
What happens after I score? Does it respawn in a set position or is it random?
An overload device will spawn in one of those 3 locations. The rotations of each spawn is predetermined for each map.
Excellent! This sounds like a pretty competitive mode.
Oh yes, it is very competitive. It requires a lot of team coordinations and strategies.
Sick. Okay, when it comes to internal playtests, are you guys going crazy? I mean, who's the goal scorer for you guys?
I would have to say I'm the one who tends to be the one picking up the objective and running the device. Mainly because I'm an objective player, and a lot of my team members, like Matrons and Colin Overhaul, they are the slayers in my team. So they tend to clear it of my way, and so that I could capture the zone.
So the boys are allergic to the objective. Noted. Good to know. Are there anything within the sandbox of BO7, any new tacticals or anything fun you would recommend using in the mode?
I would suggest you equip the new Sight Grenade. It activates hallucination of enemies that are not there, and so when they shoot them, they just burst in red mist. It's fantastic.
So if I get hit by a Sight Grenade, I will hallucinate, see things that aren't really there.
Yes.
And I can engage with them. And my teammates just think I'm going crazy and shooting walls.
Yes, correct.
That's how I know I'm in trouble. This sounds so much fun. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. And we get to play this in the beta as well.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see y'all in the beta.
Thanks, Joanna. Back to you guys at next.
And you can play Overload in the beta. Pre-order Black Ops 7 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the Black Ops 7 beta starting in just 2 days on October 2nd. Plus, don't forget to jump into the beta on day 2 of early access to experience a taste of zombies with survival. Preload the beta starting tomorrow. And remember, when you play the upcoming Black Ops 7 beta, you can earn all the new rewards in-game, usable in the beta and in Black Ops 7 at launch. If you plan on playing the Black Ops 7 beta on PC, you must have Secure Boot and TPM 2.0 enabled to get in on the action. This is part of an ongoing effort by Team Ricochet to make sure Call of Duty players have the most secure and competitive play. Check out the QR code for more information on how to make sure your machine is compliant. Now let's check out some Overload.
I cannot wait to see some Overload. I know all of us are itching to see if there's going to be a competitive future in this brand new mode. Some historical nostalgia, kind of maybe leaning on some previous game modes, but something that is so dramatically unique. And with the new mode comes another new map. Let's open up and find our way into the Australian desert of exposure to check out Overload. Take me through just this first half of the game that we're about to see here, Drew Crazy. What are we looking at?
This map looks wild from a standpoint, but you really do have the ability to work to the sides. We have a suspended guild crate, which allows jumping across ladders to gain higher vantage points, and then you have this indoor control room, which kind of acts as a node for enclosed areas, good for holding exits and entrances.
Absolutely the case. Again, some of the keys as we see Sim's team run away with an 8-1 victory. Here are the things that we just need to point to. You saw it in the opening video. The key is to get to 8 total points overall. That gets you a net win. But I think for those that are thinking more on the competitive structure, really the mode is set up to be 2 different halves. You can get 4 points in a particular half. That immediately ends the half and you switch sides, so that way you're not just sitting on one side of the map the entire time.
Exactly. It makes it a little bit more fair that way, switching the sides, and then of course should we get there overtime, right? We'll talk about that there later.
We will talk about that later. But that was just a small look at exposure. We also have another new map for you to get a little bit more of a deep dive on, and that is Imprint. And this is really fun, and I didn't actually realize this until Brittany was talking about it. As you run through some of the snow parts of the map, you actually leave footprints behind. So not only is this a 3D printing based facility, but Imprint also lends towards that other new mechanic of being able to see some of those snow footprints as you walk through.
Now I gotta ask her, did we hear the crunching? You know, does it really get that realistic? But that's something we've heard before. Hopping here on Imprint, this is also another one with an inner facility, right? You got a lot of these fights in the center part of the map, and then also those hazardous drops around the map, but also an inclinator that lifts and lifts people up in those upper zones, snow zones.
Indeed the case. And this is also an overload mode that we're seeing at the moment. And another thing to point to, that overload device has 3 different spawn points, and you heard Joanna talking about it, per map. They're set locations. But where it spawns may determine what exactly your setup and strategy is going to look like as you try to score, whether that be at the A or the B point. So really interesting dynamicism being brought into this new game mode that I think, again, fuels that competitive spirit that we're all looking for.
Yeah, indeed. And yeah, some of the spawn points and the fact that, again, that it does rotate around the map, it really kind of just allows you to set things up here. But an extra shout out here to Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast. Head to callofduty.com, callofduty.monsterenergy.com, to see how you can earn bonus in-game rewards.
I'll tell you, I am a Monster fan, and I've been picking up that no sugar white Monster, and yep, there are still beta rewards being pushed onto those hands, so make sure you get you some immediately. Another one of those spots, again, that overload device. Some of you might be wondering, what happens if you fall off the map with the device? Well, there's no cheese in terms of possession. It'll just pop right back up to where you fell off the map, so you don't have that stall tactic that could sometimes be used to give yourself a bit of a competitive advantage if you find yourself up like Stephanie's team currently is.
Yeah, some of the players had a little play test of that and trying to throw it off the map and realize, okay, we can't get set up on reset. We have to play from this awkward position. So that really does force some of these players to, really rethink their strategies.
Absolutely the case. So again, keep your eye on it. As that overload device, we also notice that as you either capture it or have it in possession, rather I should say, or if the enemy does, an outline will reveal your position. So something, again, to kind of keep in mind in terms of what am I actually doing? Where am I going? How's my team setting up around me? That level of intel gathering is constantly there as you're playing off of the objective. So that's not unfamiliar, I think, for a lot of modes in the past that are possession-based objectives. So something to keep in mind as you experiment with this new competitive mode. You also see where exactly that next spawn point is going to be for the OBJ. So again, things to kind of keep in mind as you play. And as you continue to look further in towards the beta, make sure you shout out and take a look at Polaris, the official Call of Duty off-road vehicle partner.
Now, kind of you see Stephanie here. They did have a 5-0 lead, and that red team just kind of inching their way back in, as you can see, because with these minute left here, kind of just seeing how much time that we have before the sides are switched, or if should that need to happen. If we didn't already, I know we're kind of jumping into these games that they have started, but you can kind of see there it does create an opportunity for teams to come back, plus with that Omni movement and utilizing it, how quickly they can get around.
And you also see just on the UI right here, Stephanie's able to find a nice 2-piece. That yellow outline revealing that, yep, she is indeed being hunted out. Can you get to the goal in time? Sure can. And another kill to go the way of Stephanie for a 6-2 edge in this particular game. Overload is looking solid. I'm loving it. Xfinity, if you are a partner or at least using them as a provider, Xfinity customers can get early access to Black Ops 7 Open Beta. Let me say that again for those that may not have heard me. If you have Xfinity, you get early access to Black Ops 7. Make sure you go and sign up, though, at xfinity.com/rewards.
Pointing out some of the, extra perk streaks, equipment that we're seeing in the game here. We do see, you notice in Overload, EMPs being utilized as well as, a victory comes in for Stephanie and her squad, 6-2, but you've noticed that, right? EMPs being able to disrupt some of the plays, the squish plays with the device.
What are you thinking? Just quickly.
I just want to play!
I hear you. I'm right there with you. Our players are continuing to jump on in, but when we come back, we'll be talking more about camos and more beyond. So don't go anywhere. Call of Duty returns after this.
AMD, the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7. Share the wins. Elgato, the official streaming partner of Call of Duty. Herman Miller. Check out the latest Embody gaming colorways at hermanmiller.com/gaming. Xfinity customers get early access to the Black Ops 7 Open Beta. Visit xfinity.com/rewards to claim your code today.
Welcome Welcome back, Lawrence and Yale from Treyarch. I am excited to share that we have even more camos to show off. We're not done. As we said earlier, there are more ways than ever to earn camos in Black Ops 7, and that for the first time, that includes a dedicated camo track in the co-op campaign.
Yeah, this is something we've never been able to do before. We have a dedicated camo track in campaign for the first time. And it's really excited to have 16 mastery camos in Black Ops 7. All new mastery camos.
So 4 in each.
4 in each mode. Whether you're playing multiplayer, zombies, warzone, or co-op campaign, you're going to have a dedicated camo journey and some dope mastery camos to unlock. Let's take a look here.
Co-op.
Molten Gold.
Yes, these are co-op campaign mastery camos.
Literal drip. Molten camo. Molten gold, that looks so good. Moonstone as well, this is awesome.
Might be one of my favorites in the game, Moonstone. The Treyarch weapons team has really pulled out all the stops with these mastery camos in BO7.
Chroma Flux. I'm loving the sort of star details on the handguard as well. There's so much going on.
Guns look incredible. And of course, obviously for all this stuff, like global progression, works across every single mode for the first time. So you can earn this and still be leveling up 1 to 55. It is huge.
I had to first look at the co-op campaign mastery camos, but we got to look at the multiplayer ones as well. I mean, I'm going to be playing all of these now. A wonderful time to be a COD player, but these are some of the multiplayer camos that we can be unlocking. Lawrence, Shad, Gold, talk to me.
Yeah, the 16 all new mastery camos. Here are the MP ones: Shattered Gold, Arclight. I don't know if we've ever had a shinier diamond.
This one got a lot of cheers in the creator room.
That's a real like Black Ops 7 vibe for me. Tempest.
So much creativity from the team to be able to pull these off.
This one's one of my favorites. I feel like this one's going to be slept on, but I'm saying it.
Tempest.
Oh dude, this is great. And I love that you picked a great weapon with a lot of surface area to show off the skin.
Yeah.
Very cool as well.
The drum mug.
And yeah, rounding it out with Singularity, our final multiplayer mastery camo. In true final mastery fashion, this thing will change when you shoot it. So all 4 of our final masteries across the game have this dynamic nature to them that is just really awesome with automatic weapons and high caliber guns for sure.
That is so fun. That is so cool. Well, Lawrence, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of camos. There's a lot of rewards. How do I keep track of all of these? Let's say I'm having a big session. I've unlocked a ton of stuff. But I was on, oh no, I spilled a beverage on the table and I looked away. Oh no, what did I unlock? Can I find out that?
Great question, Miles. Yeah, so we have a new feature in the game we call the reward feed. Pop open the reward feed from the menu panel, and it's got your history of all of your unlocks right there. So this persists across multiple games, multiple sessions. You can pull it up, see what you unlocked a few days ago, equip content from here, investigate, to dig into challenge screens and things like that, and really going to help players keep track of all this stuff, because there's a lot to earn.
That helps a lot. And that was everything from stickers to attachments to weapons.
Everything, and you can equip straight from it. It's great.
Now, Lawrence, Season 1 is coming in hot right after launch, and it sounds like with weekly challenges returning, there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, weekly challenges keep the game fresh each week of the season. So the way this works, each week of the season we're going to have a new piece of gameplay content to unlock for use in your loadouts. This isn't just attachments. We have weapons, we have score streaks in this system. Complete enough challenges and you'll unlock that week's reward with challenges for all 4 modes. So truly connected game. You can complete these challenges in co-op, multiplayer, zombies, or warzone. Oh, and did we mention it's got camos? 2 camos.
And score streaks.
And score streaks, all kinds of functional gear.
Animated camo every season available in this system. We also have another camo if you complete half of the weeks in the season. So a lot up for grabs in our weeklies.
I'm looking forward to the final count on how many camos are in this game. It's going to be insane. Of course, we also have to show some love to our Call of Duty esports fam. The World Series of Warzone is live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, and we also have some really awesome CDL season planned, and with some full details being released in just a few short weeks. I can say for now, friends, get ready for the CDL to return in early December. Yale, ranked play is now on the tip of my tongue after talking about the COD League. Where do we get that?
So obviously we're bringing a ton of content at launch, Season 1. Big thing for us is just making sure we have best ranked experience possible. Ranked play is coming in Season 2. We've already been playing with a bunch of pros. Everyone's getting excited. So much gear. And Lawrence, there's a couple also feature additions to that for people to explore.
A couple things we can mention today. We're bringing back placement matches to get players closer to your rank faster.
Right.
And we know players want surprise camos.
Whoa!
And so we're doing ranked camos each and every season. So you get your gold camo, platinum.
Gotta have bragging rights. It's key.
So ranked play coming to multiplayer in Season 2. Now, speaking of the live seasons, I've heard it said that Season 1 is going to be the biggest season in Black Ops history in terms of content. Yale, can you confirm?
So we are absolutely bringing it on this game. This is from launch to the end of Season 1. We will have 7 multiplayer maps. 6 of those multiplayer maps are full 6v6.
Goodness.
This is the most we've ever done. You can expect so much of this.
Yeah, and you said too, like a mix of some fan favorites returning from Black Ops 2, but also those brand new maps.
Yep.
And if I'm hearing you right, that doesn't even count what we're bringing to Zombies in Season 1.
That's right, 3 maps in Zombies, so obviously you're going to see some of that here, but in Season 1 we're bringing 3 new maps, 1 round-based zombie map and 2 survival maps, so this will be the biggest in franchise history.
Oh my goodness, we are wrapping up multiplayer here, but every year there is one Black Ops map. Because you're talking about them, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game without it, so Yale, I gotta ask.
I think some of our fans may have a guess on what this is. Absolutely, Nuketown is coming back, harkening back to some of the love for Black Ops 2. It is awesome, Nuketown 2025, looks incredible, all the new tech that we have, just, it's a banger.
The colors are popping.
It is super fun, and we're excited for people to get to see this shortly after launch.
Yeah, and obviously, like, with the VO2 fans out there, I think people are going to be really excited about this version of Nuketown, so shortly after launch.
Yep.
Shortly after launch, indeed. Unfortunately, folks, we can all get our hands on Black Ops 7 multiplayer in the beta this week, and I cannot wait to play with some of my friends. Full disclaimer, you know exactly who you are.
Lawrence, Yale, thank you so much. Coming up at next, we are getting a look at Zombies live gameplay on the brand new map, Ashes of the Damned. Stay tuned.
I've been focused on the future, never on right now. Oh my God, that is baby.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
Change your game. Scuff Gaming, the official controller partner of Call of Duty. Hamilton, equipped for precision. Hamilton and Call of Duty team up for a special edition Khaki Field Auto Watch. Get yours on November 14th. Customize your typing. Drop, the official keycap partner of Call of Duty. Unleash the beast with Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Call of Duty. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today. Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. We are moments away from getting hands-on with Black Ops 7 Zombies, but things are getting a little scary. It is our very own survival map. Look at this. So was I. But as they say, this too shall pass.
Let the carnage begin. Old Tessie and Ted together again.
Burn rubber.
Company. Like mowing the Lord of Death.
Colocar a música do DCS. Aquela banda de rock lá, bem famosa.
Literally at my fingertips.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Play Zombies Survival in the beta.
Yeah, what a trailer! What a song! Team's on point once again with another banger.
Kevin Drew. I am so excited you're here, Steve Bianchi from Treyarch. Might I say, welcome to the party. Like our old friend Richtofen.
Welcome to the Dark Ether as well.
It's time. But we're talking all about Black Ops 7 Zombies, and Zombies reveal was massive, Kevin. So let's just start out big picture. How did the team think about building the Zombies experience for Black Ops 7?
Yeah, so Ashes of the Damned really just represents what we want to do with zombies this year. Just as we, the player, have been sent to the Dark Ether, this map is a Bermuda Triangle where all these locations, and it's the biggest round-based zombies map we've ever made. Every single one of these locations has been sent into the Dark Ether in various time periods, and each one has a unique story and atmosphere. And what was so important with this map was kind of looking back at Transit in Black Ops 2.
Right.
And something very unique about that map was bringing real consequence to moving from location to location because you had these extremely dangerous roads between. And so it's a real decision. As a squad, you don't want to just go out in those roads. You want to move together.
Yeah.
And so today, what the players are going to be playing here is a smaller part of the map. We want to preserve most of the experience for everyone at home on launch day. So what's going to happen is at 30 minutes, we're going to trigger exfil automatically at the next round, and everyone at that point, it's trying to get out alive.
And no main quest.
No main quest.
Is turned off,
All
so
the
no
quest
spoilers.
stuff is turned off.
No spoilers.
There's still plenty to experience today in this map.
Awesome stuff. And just a taste of zombies. We've talked a little bit about Ashes of the Damned. Let's take a journey now inside the map. Hopefully our creators are prepared for what's about to come their way. Look at this, once again, descending deeper into this absolutely incredible map, guys. It's glorious to look at. A little surprise as well. I wonder if our creators are
We got
locked
some
in.
help on the way
Are
here.
they going to see it? Are they going to notice? Oh, I see the lights already. Here she comes. Oh, it's always the Wunder vehicle to the rescue.
That's old Tessie for ya.
Tessie is actually here at next.
Yes.
A lot of our creators, including ourselves, have had the pleasure to get in the real thing, jump on it. There's a Wonder Weapon on the top. Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I've been so excited about this map, and I'm so glad it's finally out there. We can talk about it. It's in the hands of our creators. So the live gameplay is kicking off. It's time to hop in. Let's take a look. Okay, so Steve, where are we at? We're seeing somebody, Mama K's getting in Tessie right here, I think, at Janus Towers.
They're starting off at Janus Towers. It's transition from Black Ops 6 to here. They're going to have to get their Wonder Vehicle running. They're going to try to get to either the farm or Blackwater Lake. When they're there, they're going to experience some horrors. This is a creepy map. The Van Dorn farm is just terrifying.
I love the barn there. There's like bodies hanging, the corpses are swinging. They can break their arms off, fall down and chase you. Well, now they're in the fog.
It took no time to get in Tessie to start going into the roads between.
Oh my goodness!
Tessie's already taken a beating.
That is one of the new enemies on the back of the Tessie
so
there, right?
those are the Ravagers, and you can see that they're little gremlins, and they love being in the fog, and they just took care of Tessie already. They're really good at jumping on and just starting to just tear it to pieces. Hopefully she gets out of there, because it gets really hectic. So.
I was about to ask you, so obviously in these spaces between the locations on Ashes of the Damned, you can get out of the Wonder Vehicle, but Steve, should you get out of the Wonder Vehicle?
Well, we call this the fog. These roads, these transitions between areas, it's very dangerous. The round rules are not the same as regular rules here. So zombies can continually respawn, and when you try to kill them, they actually just poof into like dust and can reform, right? So you have to just try your best to get through there. You gotta run, you gotta fix the car really quickly and get out of there, because you're not gonna be getting points, you're not gonna be getting drops or power-ups. So keep on, make it through.
So we're obviously seeing the Wonder Vehicle there, but we need this. This map is so big that we need a vehicle to get around it and drive between each of the areas. Kevin, what does it mean to have old Tessie in RVZ?
Yeah, so this is a true Wonder Vehicle, and we call it the 5th member of the squad, because Tessie is so essential to your success in this map. We just saw you absolutely need her to get from place to place, but even beyond that, you're going to be powering her up and upgrading her. You initially find her, she's a bit slow and disrepair, but the first thing you do is find a familiar bus driver's head in the starting area and install it on the dashboard of Tessie. So now you've got to get a bit of a automated repair and some personality as well. And then from there, I think we'll see a lot of that today is getting the Pack-a-Punch. You're eventually going to get to Ashwood and find a disrepaired Pack-a-Punch. You're going to take that jet thruster, put it in the back of Tessie, give it boost jump, as well as, for the first time ever, giving yourself a mobile Pack-a-Punch, which is awesome.
Oh my gosh, we're hearing Mama Kay like she's loving the map right now. She's looking up. What a moody, lighting situation you have throughout.
There's a lot of atmosphere in this map. It's very creepy. Each space is just very unique.
So what is the name of this location? This
is Coldwater Lake. It's this old cabin that's been transported here, just as everything else. This is really a Bermuda Triangle type of area, so all manner of places from all over can show up here, and it's just cool. The really cool thing too you'll see is there's unique zombies to each area. So there's some lost hikers here, some backpackers and stuff. In Janus, you'll see Janus Tower security and employees there. So it's really cool detail.
Okay, so we're back in Tessie. Steve, what are some of the upgrades? What are some of the other upgrades that you
see? The Abomination skin upgrade is one of my favorites. So you're increasing the durability of the vehicle there, which really helps. It actually is chomping through zombies as you're driving through them. The beam attack is super powerful. It just blasts through, cuts through your enemies. It's great. There's also the DG2 turret, which we just saw. Super helpful to get a player on top of there, help clear the hordes ahead of you. It's electric attack can chain to other enemies. It's really powerful, really awesome.
Tim, this doesn't look like the cabin anymore.
No, so we're back over in Van Dorn Farm. So right off the bat, you can get to go left or right, and this is the other path. And somebody got lucky and got a ray gun at round 6, which is awesome.
And it's skunk, so that can only go one way.
He's a lucky boy.
So this is, lovingly referred to on our team as the murder barn. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on here.
So the Van Dorn family, they got to the Dark Ether here. They're just a murder family. They're crazy. They took out everybody. You see the bodies hanging here. Some of them are still wriggling around and moving. These zombies can break out. They can break their heads off, jump down and chase after you. So it's just super cool horror vibes in there. It's terrifying. I love it.
So someone just got to Ashwood, and they're upgrading the Tessie with the Pack-a-Punch here. So they've already got the power up, and Ashwood is kind of our central location. It's this 1800s kind of western town that was just dropped in this place, and it's kind of right on top of this chasm. So if you look up, there's this massive bridge with a generator. It's just a really cool space. A lot of verticality. Combat roll actually is really useful in this place. Just be able be able to jump off that bridge and just roll right over to Tessie at the garage.
You got any augments for that?
Yeah, flopper. totally supports combat roll. So
it's great. You got to think about wall jumping as well as rolling now. There's a lot of flopping going on.
yeah, there is. There's a lot of opportunities for some purple explosions.
But before we get too far on Ashes of the Dam, this is such a big map. I want to throw it back to Treyarch so we can learn a little bit more.
I'm joined by Anthony, Senior Lead Designer on Zombies here at Treyarch. So welcome, how you doing?
Pretty good, how you doing?
I'm very ready, I'm very excited. We've got to talk about the all-new, massive round-based zombie map. Ashes of the Damned. Tell me everything.
Yeah, Ashes of the Damned is one of our biggest maps ever. It's around the studio, we like to call it a kind of Bermuda Triangle of these varied locations that have been host to terrible events that have caused them to be pulled into the dark ether.
Bad things happening all over the place, and now they're all in one central location for us to play with. Yeah, it sounds perfect. Okay, so there are many locations that we're sort of dealing with and we can talk about on this map, but where do we start?
So you'll start outside the Janus Towers, but you're definitely not in West Virginia anymore. This is a dark, ruined version of what we saw at the end of Black Ops 6. The upheaval and destruction around you really drives this home and sets the tone for what's in store. From there, you'll have two choices. One road leads to Van Dorn Farm, the other leads to Blackwater Lake Cabin.
Okay, choose your own adventure. Let's go to Farm.
Van Dorn Farm is an homage to Transit Farm ripped straight out of a horror movie. This was the home of a murderous family complete with an underground kill bunker and a barn lined with their unfortunate victims hanging from the rafters.
Extremely spooky. Okay, if we go back, let's head to the cabin. What have we got there?
Yeah, Blackwater Lake Cabin is where a famed horror director drowned his lead actress, believing her death would birth the ultimate terror. But as it so happened, the lake had other ideas.
Okay, Anthony, I appreciate you not giving away too much. There's spoiler-free territory here. What's beyond the cabin, though?
Regardless of which of these paths you take, you'll end up in the fractured southern Georgia town of Ashwood, and this is the central location of the map. Ashwood was the site of a massacre, and cracking the veil, pulling the town into the dark ether.
Oh, this is cool. Every location has such a unique sort of story piece to it,
yeah.
And there's so much storytelling going on. What does this mean, though, that we are trapped in the dark ether?
This is super exciting because anything goes in the dark ether, and we get to go to some truly incredible places throughout our seasons as a result. We're coming out strong with Ashes of the Dam. We've got a Wonder Vehicle, we've got a moody vibe, and we know that this map will deliver that atmospheric experience that Zombies fans have been asking for.
Anthony, it sounds absolutely brilliant. It looks brilliant. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Thank you so much, mate. We've got more Zombies gameplay coming up. Well, you sure do, Miles. Guys, a new Zombies map means that we've got to see some new monsters. We got a little taste, but I mean, what else are we looking out for in the dark ether?
Yeah, so just going back to those Ravagers, you saw them like tearing Tessie apart. They're just little jerks. Any loot that drops, they'll immediately gravitate toward and try to eat. So you want to, little loot pigs, you want to stop them. And they hang out in the fog normally, but in the special rounds, the fog rolls in. Oh. And that gets really intense when these guys are all coming in at farm or any of these locations.
Speaking of intense,
we have the Zursa here. This thing is massive, it's terrifying, it's wet and slimy. It has beehives on it that actually can detach, fly at you, and attack you with zombies, right?
Yes.
These also reveal weak points on it. You can shoot those and go for the critical damage there. But I mean, this thing is tough. The car can't even smash through it. I mean, it's formidable.
This guy's a terror. He just harkens back to some of our earlier games where you just keep trying to run away from him, and he's unrelenting.
Yeah, unrelenting is a good way to put it. But also, we gotta have a moment for the zombies because we love a pun on the show.
Yeah, we just had to do it. Because if you go inside the building, you might not be able to get in there, but the zombies will definitely be able to get in there.
Yeah. Now, something else I've been dying to talk about, and we saw a little bit about this during our zombies reveal, is the debut of a new version of some familiar faces. I am, of course, talking about the original crew with a new look.
That's right. So this is our iconic crew, the original crew, but this is the Dark Ether version. Returning is the original voice cast, so Steve Bloom, Fred Tatasciore, and Nolan North, and we're going to be premiering Nelson Lee as Takio this game. And so while you might recognize the crew and their personalities, they have different backstories and a different reason why they're here that we're going to discover throughout the year.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers. Super cool. I also see some, more familiar faces. The OG crew won't be facing the Dark Ether alone. Steve, what other characters are joining them?
Well, we have returning from Black Ops 6, Maya, Weaver, Carver, and Gray will be here too. As you've seen in the Reckoning, they mysteriously vanished. They show up here now. They're in the Dark Ether. They're meeting up with the original crew here, and their souls are drained. They're going to have to all work together here to escape, right? So it's really cool that there's 8 operators you can choose from to get really good dialogue all together, all the different combinations. It's amazing.
I feel like narratively that's going to be just so fun because I'm thinking about how incredible some of the lines are, the writing's always on point, and just how they're going to interact together. I'm like,
yeah,
they make some new friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Toffin and Gray are both scientists, but very different kinds
Very
of
different kinds of science.
Awesome. Okay, we're talking about what else players can look forward to, folks. Don't forget that we have the beta starting in just 2 days. Pre-order Black Ops 7 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the Black Ops 7 beta starting on October 2nd. Don't forget to jump into the beta on day 2 of early access. That is when you will experience a taste of zombies. Preload the beta starting tomorrow. Also, this is a fun one. The Gobblegum Monster Pack is here, but only for a limited time. Pre-order now before the Black Ops 7 beta ends, and you'll unlock a monstrous amount of Gobblegums. The pack includes 1 of every rare, epic, and legendary Gobblegum. That's 9 rares, that's 9 epics, and it is 10 legendaries, plus 3 Perkaholics. Use them in Black Ops 6 starting tomorrow. And don't forget, once you pre-order, make sure you log into Call of Duty before the end of the open beta on October 8th to claim this pack. Christopher Puckett, you've got some more Gobblegum news, don't you, sir?
Yes, I do, Miles. Look at this thing. I got the Gobblegum mini dispenser replica. It works. It's functioning. That's right. And for all those Call of Duty collector fans out there, now available for pre-order, it's the new Gobblegum replica dispenser that you could have on your desk. All fans who grab one of these for their collection will also get a Gobblegum machine weapon charm gift with the purchase, and this will be the perfect shelf companion for your Wunderwaffel that you picked up last year at Next. Amazing stuff coming out of our crew, and it is more than just a display piece. This is a working die-cast metal replica standing 12 inches tall. It can be loaded with standard gumballs, adding an interactive touch to your collection. With Black Ops 7 launch around the corner comes a new chapter in the Zombies story. The perfect time to grab a new addition to your Call of Duty collection. Only available on shop.callofduty.com while supplies last. And you can win it right now. You got no money? No problem. Head on over to X and post with the hashtags on your screen, and you'll be entered to win one of the 3 half-scale collectibles. Or simply use the QR code on your screen. It'll take you directly to the post. Easy stuff. Now, let's listen in on how our creators are enjoying this massive map.
This is main quest related. Found something main quest related. Alright, let's spin the box again. If we can get the ray gun or something, that'd be huge.
I know you possess great power. I want it.
Okay, SMG.
What? I am not underwhelmed. I am well.
Okay, should we open this up? Kind of intrigued. And also, there's a bin? What is that?
The camo with the map, the purple in the back, it looks so good. Look at that. Yo! It looks so good. All right, let's keep driving.
Okay, we're just coming out of gameplay there, and I have to mention something because we saw one of the first pack camo there on Mama K's stream.
Yeah, looks awesome. One of our best packs, I think, in years.
Awesome. Not the first new thing, though, we've seen. Something I don't think we haven't seen just yet, though, but it's a brand new perk. Kevin.
Yes.
Wisp Tea. What is that?
So Wisp Tea is, you're trapped here, you need some friends, you need some allies wherever you can get them. There's a lot of these wisps around, and this perk is all about kind of gaining control of one. And so once you have it, you have an ally. And once you shoot enough zombies, you'll summon this wisp. and it will help you kill zombies, but then you can augment it to do all sorts of things. So if you want to be a little bit more defensive, you can make it help revive you. If you go down, if you're playing solo, it's a great ally to have. What's really cool about these wisps is when you augment them, they get different masks and different colors. So it's just very, very playful and a lot of fun.
Lots of fun. I'm excited to see those. And you know what else is new? We got a brand new ammo mod coming to Black Ops 7 Zombies at launch. Steve, what are we working with?
We have fireworks returning from Black Ops 3, but wait, it's improved. So now it's going to proc and home in on enemies with these rockets it's shooting, which it never did before. And there's also some really great augments like you're seeing here. It'll launch multiple ones that spin around, take out anything in the area. It's a really good large area of effect here. Great for this map because there's some giant spaces here.
It looks so cool. The particle effects are going wild as well.
Yeah.
In terms of other stuff that's returning, what players can expect, the toxic growth field upgrade is back. How's this going to work with this environment, with huge environment that we're in?
Yeah, so toxic growth is one of my favorite field upgrades. It's from Cold War, and it's all about creating an area of denial. And I think, immediately it can serve as blocking down one of the pathways for zombies, which is critical, right? Like being able to just say, I don't have to worry about zombies coming from that doorway for a while is
I might
clutch.
be safe here for a short period of time.
But you can use it all sorts of ways, right? You can plant it down if you want to revive someone. As long as you're in it, all the zombies are coming at you and getting taken out. And then obviously this can be augmented as well. It can get bigger. It can brain rot zombies. It can do all sorts of cool stuff.
Ooh, well, speaking of augments, there's some big news because all of the research that we did in Black Ops 6 on augments with the Black Ops 6 crew, it's coming with us to Black Ops 7, right?
That's right. It's not like you forgot what you did.
Yeah.
And now that we're in here, we're unlocking additional branches of science.
Yeah, new science.
We're expanding the augments so you can actually earn additional major and minor augment for all content. And you can even unlock an additional second minor slot.
Whoa!
So, in total, 192 augments to experiment with, and a lot of these are pretty big, like game changers with some of the older content. So like stamina up, you can fire while sprinting. There's a vulture aid augment that automatically applies armor plates to your armor, so you don't have to manually plate.
I'm so excited about that one.
One of my favorites.
Reactive plates.
Oh yeah. This ether shroud is you create an after image that is serves as a decoy, so all the zombies attack that while you kind of regather and kind of re-equip and shoot them.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh, so much choice. We have to be seeing some new stuff. We've seen the trailer, we've seen a hint of what may be a new wonder weapon. Gentlemen, let's take a look at the necrofluid gauntlet. Steve, what the hell is this?
That's a perfect question.
Great question. Yeah, this is an awesome weapon, a new wonder weapon for the map here. It is this weapon of unknown origin. It showed up in the dark ether here as well. We don't know where it comes from, but you can harness the powers of it here. It has a great melee attack with the claws on it, but it also harnesses this black viscous liquid here that you can manipulate, so you can fire that out. It goes through enemies. You can recall that back as you're doing that. It'll actually also pull in items, power-ups, and damage enemies on the way, but it also refills the ammo into the weapon, which is completely amazing, right? It's really fun.
It's like, if you manage it well, you're never going to run out of ammo.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That is really cool.
Interesting. Well, maybe we'll find out where it came from or how it got there. I'm excited to use it either way. But in addition to round-based zombies, we're also bringing survival maps back from Black Ops 2. So last week we went to Treyarch to learn about what's headed to survival.
Anthony, welcome back. Let's talk about survival maps. We mentioned Van Dorn Farm earlier, and this is the first survival map coming to the game, and it's the first time Treyarch is bringing survival to zombies since Black Ops 2.
Yeah, that's right. Van Dorn Farms from Ashes to Dam will be our first survival map of many. This focused area of the full map is all about staying alive with what you've got. No main quest, no frills. You'll be able to play it during the beta, and you can expect more survival locations based on our round-based maps coming post-launch.
Wow, okay, cool. So confirming we will get more of these post-launch. That sounds like the perfect option for people who want to warm up and maybe vibe with friends before jumping into the main event again.
Yeah, exactly. And while survival isn't as forgiving as directed mode, which is also returning, it's still a quick and easy way to jump straight into some zombies action. Of course, we'll still have our standard mode, and we're adding a new curse mode that'll make zombies even deeper and more challenging for our hardcore players. Sprinkle in some Dead Ops Arcade 4 on top of that, and we'll just have a huge experience for our players.
It sounds like a lot to play, and we cannot wait, Anthony. Thank you so much. Back to the show. Plenty to digest there. There's so much to digest, Miles. It was a true pleasure getting to sit down with Anthony to talk about survival maps. Steve, what is the team most excited about? There's so much that you've put into this, but what's top of the list?
Survival maps, it's awesome because you can just jump right in there and play. There's the pack-a-punch is there, the Wonder Fizz is there. You got everything you need to survive. There's no quest, so you can just have a really great experience and just enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just very much like Liberty Falls from Black Ops 6. Like, there's some nights where you don't want to think too hard.
Yeah,
you just want to try to get to high rounds, and this is what the mode is all about. And what's interesting is it's not a lot of work to just get set up. You have that success, but it's actually pretty hard to get to high rounds because they're so small. You can't just take a zip line or a jump pad out of there. It gets pretty hairy pretty fast.
It looks really intense. I just love what I heard quickly there from Novo J. He has the fireworks equipped. He straight away was like, wow, these are so pretty.
It looks amazing in the map, right? The dark map with the fireworks.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, is there a round cap in beta?
There is, well, only that it gets to 999, and so I kind of challenge anyone out there playing in the beta, how far can you get in the time that you have? Can you get up there? We'll see.
I don't know. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Tag us.
Yeah.
I want to see it. But Yale mentioned it earlier today, but Black Ops 7 is going to have a massive Season 1 with the Treyarch team adding 2 new survival maps and 1 round-based maps in Season 1.
Yeah, which is huge. And that new round-based map coming in Season 1 is, I think, one of my favorites.
I was hoping you would say that because I'm very excited about it. I'm excited you're excited.
I will describe it as very metal.
Metal.
So metal.
You will with that.
Okie dokie then.
Zip actually from Noah. Okay, but there's more to talk about here. There's also curse mode. This sounds like something the sort of long-time fans are going to be really excited to play and they're going to love.
Yeah, so last game we introduced directed mode for more casual experience for fans to experience the story. This year, curse mode is all about engaging our most hardcore players. They're seeking challenge, and it just immediately, we're not going to tell you how to unlock this on day one, but I'm sure our audience will find it very fast. And as soon as you get into curse mode, you're going to immediately feel the difference. We're bringing back the classic point system, which is more complex, but you're going to need that because this is going to get a lot harder. You're only going to start with a pistol and no mini-map. And so the whole idea of this mode is it's about discovery, and you're trying to find these relics within the mode, and once you find them and unlock them, they apply additional difficulty modifiers to the mode, so you can actually disable things like ammo crates or limit yourself to 4 perks within a match. You start to tier up, like, why am I doing that?
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely bragging rights, but we also reward you in a variety of ways. And then one of those things is unlocking additional power. So once you get to tier 1, you're actually going to unlock the ability to just purchase gold armor mode, which is automatically regenerate your plates. So along the way, you're making the mode so much harder and facing new challenge, but you're also getting a couple tools to help you out.
So
it sounds really challenging. It sounds like a sweat.
Yeah.
Can I complete the main quest in Cursed at launch?
Absolutely. The mode is all about kind of going back and trying to complete the main quest again at these higher difficulties and getting additional rewards.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a lot to play here.
Is this the garage in Ashwood?
That was.
Okay.
That was the garage in
So
Ashwood.
what are we doing there? Is that kind of like Tessie's spot?
That's the main place you're going to upgrade Tessie. It's got a way to warp Tessie back to there. She breaks down. You want to brave the fog, just get there, pay the price, Tessie will be there. Tessie auto-regenerates there. You can also actually pay to warp into Tessie there. So if your friends have Tessie on the other side of the map, for small fee, you can be there with them.
That's cool. I mean, it seems so, it's a big map. There's lots to do, lots to traverse. It's really nice that we've got different options to get back in the action quickly. And if Tessie goes down, God forbid.
You also have jump pads in the level. So as you're driving through and unlocking these new destinations, there's alternate ways to quickly travel back and forth. So you don't have to just use Tessie sometimes.
Alright, I've heard there are some juicy new Zombies Mastery camos coming to Black Ops 7. Kevin, let's take a look at what we get.
Let's look at the goods. So first up, we got Golden Dragon, which is very scaly and very, very shiny.
That's cool. Very beautiful.
That's looking great off that Aurora Borealis skybox. So Bloodstone, incredible looking. Doomsteel, I think this is my favorite. Look at all the like clockwork and intricacy there. I think Lauren said earlier, but the weapons team just continues to outdo themselves. And then our final camo is Infestation, which I think just looks incredible, and it very much ties in with our Necrofluid Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, the vibe of that is very.
I heard Lawrence call this camo, and I quote, absolutely disgusting.
And I would agree.
In the best way possible.
In like the best zombies way possible, but.
Our players are getting sort of a little towards the end of their allotted time here on Ashes of the Damned. I mean, is there any other sort of fun things that you guys are allowed to share? And still,
I mean, this.
I would like some more tips about the fog, right?
Fog
Since you talked
sounds
about the
horrible.
fog.
The fog actually does have some investigation there. There is gameplay to uncover. I mean, right now we don't have quests and things and side quests on, but you're going to want to explore there, but you have to be prepared to really fight, right? Have a self-revive maybe, right? Have some perks with you. Have your gun upgraded, because it's a challenge, right?
So yeah, explore the fog at your own risk, but
Yes.
there are some potentially some rewards.
It's your own peril. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh my god!
There's our bear. There's Ursa.
And there's an effect on your screen when Ursa hits you. It's like a scratch mark.
Yeah.
A bleed effect.
That'll actually shut down your auto healing.
Oh.
So it gets really scary if you get swiped like that, because
don't panic.
You're gonna have to.
Don't panic.
Don't panic. Just keep running.
Panic.
So that's Noah just knocked out more of the beehives there, and it creates a little area. Now you have to still take that out once it's dislodged from his body.
Yeah, Xerxes, I didn't realize how big Xerxes is compared to your player. That's also terrifying. Not to mention the sort of bee like ranged attack as well. That's intense.
It's the Uzi honey for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I saw Ursa, I was like,
It's a lot of slime.
Smelly. I can smell it from here.
I know he's doing great though. He's got a good circuit.
Oh yeah. He's a pro.
You mentioned earlier that Ashwood is kind of like the central location.
So the whole map is a figure eight, and Ashwood is at the middle of that. So it's just this kind of nice, regathering location, and having the garage there for Tessie is part of that.
Yes, exactly. It's a very easy, fast travel jump to get to this location, to have access to the garage, to have access to a lot of the things in the map. Really centralized here. See, there's some zip lines you can take up to the top.
Back upstairs. Yeah.
That would be a cool addition.
A lot.
That was one of the jump pads?
No, that was just a rappel line, or a zip line up. And here we are back at Janus, the starting area.
T-Dog is still at the start of the map.
I would like to think he has come back, but you never know.
He's got a pack-a-punch there, so I assume that he made his way back to here and is ready to exfil.
Okay, so we know that the rounds are coming to a close here for our creators, and that this is about exfil. So how is exfil going to work in this game? What can you tell us?
For the first time in this game, you can actually do a solo exfil. So you'll see these yellow phone booths around the map at all the areas. You'll hear the phone ringing. If you answer it, you can choose to exfil. So now your teammates can vote to opt into that if they'd like to, and then they can warp to that exfil location. Then you're going to have to face the Xerxa. You're in a confined space here. It's a do or die situation, right?
But it's not just any Xerxa, right?
Yeah, no, it's HBT Xerxa. Thank you. Yes.
It's like the Mama Xerxa.
Yeah. But your other friends, even if they didn't opt to exfil, they can actually jump in there and help you out if they want to be. But that's at their risk. They could go down or something can happen. But once you're successfully out, they can continue playing without you. Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm going to use this all the time because I feel like it's always like, you know what, dinner's ready, I'm out. You guys keep going, or I'll stay in. And I love that they kind of calculated risk if they're helping you and they do go down, but at the same time, like, they might just leave you and be like, good luck.
Yeah.
You take the HVTs Xerxa on your own.
We also simplified it this year. It's very clear. It's just kill that HVT and get out.
And get out.
It's not like kill 50 zombies and It's just kill that, you're good.
That's very cool, guys. Oh my god. Is there any rules? I mean, if it's brown, lay down. If it's undead, go for the head. Is there a
Go for the weak spot.
Go for the weak spot. Hope your weapon is pack a punch. Okay. Oh, the gameplay looks fantastic, and of course, folks, for the very first time ever, we have zombie survival in the beta, and this was just a little taste, a little succulent, enjoyable moment of that zombie experience.
Yeah. So survival's all about these smaller maps and just focused on exactly that, surviving. And in the beta, we're gonna give you so many gums because we want you to just experiment, especially some of the new gums. And this is the first time zombies in the beta. This is incredible. It gives us an opportunity to react to players' feedback and just see like how what happens in high rounds and how we need to react. So
we're so excited about that. It's gonna be amazing.
I always think that when we can go home and play the game sitting on our own couches at home, like that's the moment it's real for me. So beta always is that. I'm like, I get to play it out of the office. Wait, but just being able to play zombies in beta is gonna be awesome. Taste of survival. Alrighty. Well, I think we're wrapping up here with our zombies gameplay, but there's been amazing talking about all of the content coming to the mode in Black Ops 7. But Treyarch was like, hey, why not more? We need more. We want more game. And so we have Dead Ops Arcade returning to Black Ops 7.
Yes, so Dead Ops Arcade has actually been with us since Black Ops 1. It's a game within a game, and if you don't know what it is, it's a top-down arcade shooter that kind of remixes a lot of the pieces of zombies and some of the other modes to create this massive experience. And this time around, it's 80 levels, it's packed with all sorts of secrets to discover. It starts out top-down, but there's ways that you can go first-person, there's a side-scrolling, and for the first time, you're actually going to be able to share a global progression, so you're going to be able to still like rank up while playing this.
Earn XP.
And what's really cool is that you can use gobble gums in this mode as well. And what we've done is remapped a lot of the gums to behave differently. So it gives like new use to some of the gums you may not like to use in standard round-based zombies.
Awesome.
It's like you might find a good way to use them here. So.
Awesome. That's really cool. Well, I mean, there's so much content. But that is not all, folks. I mean, we do also have a cabinet, a Dead Ops 4.
I was about to say, I watched Miles get smoked in Dead Ops Arcade last night in real life. Kevin and I were eating pizza in the background, cheering him on here in the DOA.
Check it out. This is a custom Dead Ops Arcade for PC by Origin and AMD. It's so cool. It's just, I mean, I got a short taste of this last night, and again, you were both enjoying dinner. But it was really cool.
I couldn't go that far.
It was so much fun. I mean, it's the first time that I've experienced Dead Ops Arcade. I'm relatively new to the zombies world, and this was so much fun, and that was our custom, well, this now is our custom Dead Ops Arcade 4 PC by Origin and AMD. You can get your hands on this by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account and using the hashtag CODNEXT and hashtag AMDXBO7 sweepstakes. That is awesome, and the game is pretty cool too.
Yeah, super cool.
Game is good, PC is awesome.
Shout out to AMD on this one. AMD is the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7.
Kevin, Steve, thank you so much for being here. We're all going to be grouping up together to play Survival in the beta. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It'll be great, guys. Up next, we are diving into what's new in Warzone, including a brand new Resurgence map. Stay tuned. Dominate every game on a big screen TCL QD Mini LED TV with 144Hz native refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. TCL, the official TV of Call of Duty. Experience the world of Call of Duty with Corsair, the official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty. Operators, get ready to ride the special edition Polaris Razor Pro R and Sportsman XP 1000 vehicles, dropping soon into Call of Duty Warzone. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize. A trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty challenge today.
Now, one of the gifts that all the creators are getting at CodNext this year is actually the watch that is on Axel Burmack's wrist in the game, and it's from Hamilton. There's actually going to be 5,000 of these made, which is actually insane. It's going to be released on the same day of Black Ops 7, November 14th. All the creators getting their hands on it. You could too. Make sure to check it out.
Welcome back one and all to Call of Duty Next. We know you've been asking for Warzone news, and today we've got you covered with some special guests.
That's right, because we are going to get our very first look at the all-new Resurgence map, Haven's Hollow, as well as major POI updates coming to Verdansk in Season 1. We're also going to have all the intel on what's coming to Warzone. I know many of us are curious about movement, so there's a lot to talk about today.
Well, live gameplay is coming right up. But first, we want to welcome in Matt Christek, the creative director at High Moon Studios. So welcome to the Omni Room.
Oh, thank you for having me today. Excited to be here.
I know, no, we're getting into it. We're good. We're about to get going. But Matt, High Moon has been involved in Call of Duty for a long time. You guys have been making awesome content for campaign, zombies, Warzone. What's it like for the studio to be bringing this new map to life?
Yeah, we're honored to be able to work on these experiences and bring them to life. We've been on Call of Duty for a long time, but these are massive projects, right? So, we can't do any of this stuff without our partner studios. So I just want to give a shout out to, our friends at Raven and Beanox. We really couldn't do this without them, but I think we're set up for a great start, for Warzone this year.
Going to be an incredible year. Big shouts to the team.
Well, what are we waiting for, folks? It's now time to literally drop in. Here's the first ever look at Haven's Hollow. Not only are we dropping in, we've also got a tag map.
Yeah, well, we had to drop in to get to the tag map.
Yeah, look at this.
That's how that happened.
I wonder how sort of trippy that is for people in the room. That must be awesome.
I will say these animations have been on point in the room. I love seeing them on camera.
Oh, we've made it. Awesome. Here we are, the first look at Haven's Hollow, our very own tag map.
Yeah, so you can see the theme for this. We're inspired by a late summer, kind of early fall setting in the heart of the Appalachia kind of area. We've got this really small town Americana vibe. There's 9 unique points of interest. There's a little bit of contrast between some of the older rustic elements and a couple newer modern ones. But you're also going to see 2 that are maybe a little familiar, right? We've got the Main Street, which has some elements from Liberty Falls, and we've got the mansion from Shattered Vale. Both have been pretty popular with players.
Yeah, and the colors have been popping on this map. I can't wait to see it in gameplay. But of course, one of our most popular maps in Call of Duty Zombies with Liberty Falls. I'm really excited to see the team bring a new experience there. What made you guys want to revisit?
Yeah, people loved Liberty Falls so much. We really liked that setting. We thought we could do more with it. We really wanted to expand on it. And this is also a place that we've never used in Warzone. So it's kind of a new experience for everyone there.
New setting?
It looks amazing. Pre-outbreak, it's all clean and nice.
Yeah, pre-outbreak.
Until we show up. All right, let's take a closer look now at Haven's Hollow.
Yeah, so here you can see our Main Street, right? It's got the biggest collection of the building interiors.
Nice and clean, which I love. I know you guys have said player visibility.
Yeah, that's a big focus for us. Lighting, player visibility.
I think we're going to talk more about Riverboat here in a second, because that might be Matt's favorite.
Yeah, it's a good hot drop.
This is a cool, again, super fun close quarters engagements here. We still have some nice lines of sight.
Yeah. We've got the lumber mill here. It's got this big industrial interior floor. Kind of cool playable elements all over the rooftop. Lots of ways to kind of sneak in through the upper sections. The coal depot, this is kind of at the crossroads of a few POIs.
Interesting.
This is the most modern of the new POIs that we have here, the research center. It's got a pretty risky buy station and the central courtyard in the middle of it.
Awesome. This looks like it could be quite a fun loot area as well.
Yeah.
Yep, and obviously here we got the mansion, which we've kind of taken a new pass on and reimagined for Warzone.
Oh my god, the Z-Rex.
Z-Rex, there's a new center in here that goes through the big skylight up to the rooftop.
Cool.
Pond. Don't try to pull your chute here because you're just going to break your ankles.
Yeah,
it is
it's only
water.
ankle deep water,
Ankle deep,
folks.
yeah, we're trying to have a little minimal water gameplay in this map. And train station on the outskirts, this is a good place to kind of regain.
Yeah, I love the looks here. I know the call outs are going to be great. And so, Matt, from a size perspective, what can you tell us about Haven's Hollow, relative to other Resurgence maps?
Yeah, so it's definitely smaller than Fortune's Keep and just a little bit larger than Rebirth.
All right.
Matt, we talked a little bit about some favorite spots, but have you got any tips or any hot spots you like?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the riverboat. It's called Haven's Gamble. It's kind of a tight, multi-level space, really good for grabbing loot. It's got an easy buy station that you can access up on the top. It's also pretty cool. You don't have to worry about getting sniped from the back from someone across the river. But there are a lot of ways that people can sneak on there. There's lots of zip lines and ladders and lots of risky routes that people can take to kind of flank you.
That sounds awesome, man.
We're about to find out what the hot drop is.
Alright, well this is it, folks. It is now time for the action. It's the gameplay premiere of the brand new Call of Duty Warzone Resurgence map, coming to Season 1 later this year. Haven's Hollow. Dream crazy, I hold shift. Let's do it.
Do it indeed. 2 rooms full of creators hunting for that illustrious first ever Haven Hollow win. That's always the key. Someone's looking for that X bait. Being able to post that video online, huge. And with the drop, it's not just time for us to drop in for the first time, it's also time for the TCL Power Hour. Dream Crazy, this is fun because starting right now, our creators are trying to complete these 9 challenges while being in the middle of Warzone. And with these 9 challenges come 9 different opportunities for you at home to win a 77-inch TCL QD LED monitor. Which are you looking forward to here, Dream Crazy?
Already, I'm looking at the vehicle eliminations, how fun those are. Also, the combats elimination. You've got to love to see a good lethal, maybe cross map with some of those. But these are exciting, Shiv.
And here's another look at what exactly they are playing for. And for you at home to possibly be walking away with a 27-inch monitor, you can enter by posting on X, including the hashtags that are listed below. Make sure you also snap a shot at that QR code. But the TCL Power Hour starts now as we're dropping into our first look at Haven's Hollow. And again, you talk about Resurgence, you talk about your ability to try to get high elevations, but at the same time, valuing the timer of when you can be brought back. And just, again, look at the map. It's just the colors. Oh, it's just absolutely vibrant in this late summer, early fall setting, not to mention what the actual POIs bring to the map themselves.
9 POIs counted yesterday, and Research Center being one that has a buy station right in the middle of the research, obviously the center. And yeah, quickly, the name of the game is get your loot, get your cash, and be able to get picks early as teams are landing in late Adrian. Easy pickets for him.
Yeah, looking like getting a nice little MXR out of the initial ground loot. And he's feeling like it's time to find one of his first kills. Help is starting to come back through, though. Decent turn, but shut down. And that'll put him in a little bit of trouble as Booyah and the rest of the squad will try to regain, stay alive, and again, hunt for that first win. Nothing more important in COD Next than being able to boast that you got the first ever win on Haven's Hollow.
One of the things that the dev team highlighted is just the fact that you do have multiple levels, multiple layers where you can regain. So just being able to find a regain spot after going down early is challenging. But look at Symphony; he's already got 8 kills right now, making it look pretty easy. The MXR-17 seems to be a ground loot weapon that we've been seeing here. Adrian also had one in his hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's always really fun, I think, just to take a look to see when we go from multiplayer to Warzone, how the weapons kind of transcend, or maybe not, from one to the other, and what actually feels good in hand. Because often we see the multiplayer meta does kind of lend itself to ideas into the Warzone space, but not always the case. But again, if you missed it earlier, Xfinity, partnered with Call of Duty Next. If you are an Xfinity customer, you can get early access to Black Ops 7 Open Beta. Make sure you sign up at xfinity.com/rewards. We're talking free access, people. Head on over, get yourself ready to go, get yourself preloaded, ready to drop in on October 2nd.
Symphony just finding picks and being able to pick out other Bernie's loadouts here. He finds himself finding an M8A1, a gun that we've been seeing here all day, be very, very powerful, as well as that Dremic in hand. So hopping on board with Aiden now, kind of just working away outside the perimeter of zone, rotating in from the Warzone gods, though. This is, you know, pretty comfortable. They know exactly what to do. Pick up your UAVs, find information, and continuing on rotating in on the side of the bars here. They are doing just that.
EWC champion, you know for a fact, there is nothing more prioritized in his mind than being able to follow that up with the first ever win on our new Resurgence map. And yep, they've got a little bit of a bait here on a loadout drop in front of them, and that is a blender. Absolute decimation. Squad wipe coming through for them, and now you're in a position to, this team is in the healthy spot of possibly winning this lobby.
That was Decky and the boys he took down, and man, continuing on to melee weapon out, running faster here. Maybe we'll see some of those TCL power hour stuff coming in as, you know, we have challenges that these guys need to complete. But nonetheless, here now the zone is closing in. Top 3 for these guys, who are going to be our winners for Havens Hollow.
Well, they've got all 3 members left. 7 total players still alive in this lobby. And yes, we are going esports mode with this commentary. This is what we want to see. First ever Havens Hollow win. Can Aiden, Beef, Symphony be the squad to do it? Shut down one team, just one more player to find. They're looking good for it. It's Tallman's casual, and we're taking body shields. Looking to finalize the elimination. That'll be good for Power Hour Box, and there it is. Aiden and Co. Your Warzone victory on Havens Hollow.
Lighten it up to around the main street. I think that was one of the hot spots we had talked about here at Havens Hollow, but Shift, taking first looks at it, it is beautiful, it is bright. I think that visually you can literally see everything.
And that's the key, you know, I think a lot of players, you know, when you look at kind of the history of where Call of Duty's been in the last couple of the titles, you know, there's always a question of what's the visibility going to look like in kind of more, you know, generic settings. We talk about like things that are in modern time, or most recently for Black Ops 6 going back to the 90s, a very gritty, very grungy game. This one feels very vibrant, very different, very fresh. And I think players are really going to enjoy that, not just across what we saw in multiplayer, but we also saw it in Zombies, and now we're seeing it specifically in Warzone. If you want to get the full spectrum and make sure that you're looking at high quality, make sure you check out AMD, the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7 and Call of Duty Next.
A lot of the players were saying that too, like, this is just a beautiful blend, it feels like, of like all games. You get a little bit of Black Ops 2, you get a little bit of Black Ops 3, you get Black Ops 4 elements, even some kind of IW elements in it. It's just like a blend of all Call of Duty, it almost feels like, but it's very fluid, and you can still see that fluidity continuing on here in Warzone.
Well, we'll head over to Scump, Shotzi, Methods. A little bit of trouble on the outside of the circle in Zone 5. No more Resurgence at this point. If you're unfamiliar with the mode, you eventually do not get that immediate rebirth back in. Oh, and a little bit of trouble here working their way back into Zone, trying to play the slow side of the circle, see if they can find a way to come through as... How about this? Leonard Fournette finds himself teamed up with the majority of Team Falcon, Soka, and Shifty in the mix with him, trying to carry him to a win.
Peacekeeper in hand too, being able to take down Scump. Oh, Scump did slide away, but still does get pinched by Shifty there. And there's the habit. Leonard, Hisoka, and Shifty also win this other game here of Havens Hollow, displaying it and winning it around the chapel side. You'll love to hear. Happy cheers. All right, he's feeling himself.
That's the Falcons energy right there, though.
Yeah.
That's the Falcons energy right there. Leonard's having himself a good time. I'm sure we'll see him in the beta. And, you know, I just want to throw a little shout out into the mix, too. You know, talking with the devs and hearing them, of course, here across the show. This feels like there's a different level of, like, aura and pride surrounding every element of this COD Next, where they really feel like this may be one of the giants in the history of Treyarch releases, talking about the content depth that we're seeing, not just on launch, but especially building even further into Season 1. I mean, this is going to be a really fall into early winter for Call of Duty fans.
I love that you said that, Shift, because you know I've been gleaming about it. The fact that we have global progression across the board with this content. Like, it doesn't matter if you're playing Warzone, if you're playing campaign, if you're playing multiplayer, you can level up your favorite weapon, even if you're playing Resurgence here. So, kind of on the research side, we see FIFA, again, looting around. It just looks so pretty, so beautiful. But for most of these players, you kind of see them finding a lot of success outside the perimeters and rotating in.
And there's something about finding your first Warzone victory on a new map, but can you go back to back?
Ooh.
That's got to be the goal. I mean, these guys, if you follow their streams, you know that these guys look to try to string together win after win after win. And, ooh, Redman's actually showing up in the proximity chat, so we may have a couple of Goliaths in the Warzone's base facing off if they end up meeting here outside of research.
Yeah, well, I have loudness here with my IEMs.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
That's a good count. All right. Well, being able to, of course, pinpoint those opponents as you see outside the research center. If you're wondering, the research center is far east of this map, and of course, prepare for battle. Corsair, the official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty.
Yeah. These guys are going hard. Not that it's a surprise, but they're not even commenting like the proc chat in game. Like these guys must have downloaded external software to find themselves. Make sure we're not giving anyone anything. Like we're locked in here.
Are you stream sniping?
Yeah. These guys, yeah, they always keep you laughing, always feeling the group. But yeah, I love just kind of just like looking at ground loot. We're seeing a lot of the legendary MXR-17, which almost kind of looks like gives me HVK vibes
Yeah,
for VO3. Also, to kind of just taking a look at the loadouts and what some players decided to pick, the M8 with the Dravik seems to be quite popular with Mountaineer, Quick Fix, and Tempered. As you know, Tempered does give you that 2-plate slot as you can heal up quickly.
Yeah. So some early ideas in terms of what weapons in Black Ops 7 may become viable in the Warzone space. What's your feelings kind of looking at this map? I know that, we're coming off of a lot of exposure and content surrounding Rebirth Island, whether it be from BWC or just other events that have been happening in the space. But you kind of heard the devs talking about the fact that, we really purposefully, with the intention of using water, and really not using water. Yeah, there's water elements, but they're all shallow. We're not seeing that same kind of swimming around regain style, so it really forces you to play inside the bounds of the map itself. What do you feel about that compared to other Resurgence maps we've seen in the past?
I like it because, you really just have the water that's kind of on the far east side of the map that separates, the mansion area, and then, it kind of just goes around the map. So it kind of creates, this outermost, regain situation where you have these hot spots, but then regain spots, and it's kind of like a blend of both internally in the map, but it's it's not too much where you just get caught and you can't regain at all, right?
Oh my goodness! Aiden just got put on Reddit. Yep. Nope. Oh my goodness, he just got spit on. That was repulsive Bimble!
Not today! You even saw the head shake too!
I mean, I cannot believe what I just saw. He had every advantage in that gunfight. Off the mantle, but again, Omni movement, a little bit different. And now a chance to move deeper into the central POI for Pulse, Biffle, and Shamu.
I believe last year these were our first winners too. So I'm kind of serious to see Repulse beating for it. That was Matt Cracks that he just took down. And another one. Is that Big Daddy Hex?
That was Big Daddy Hex. That's the boss.
Ooh!
Wow.
How dare you do that to him? Breaking his arm like that, Repulse? Come on, now. This is context.
This is sick. And it's interesting because here's another point of that water. You just kind of mentioned just to kind of put it into some visual identity for you all at home. It is just it's not going to be the same that you've seen across things like Rebirth Island in the past, where it's you can deep dive, try to regain, wait for your teammates to jump back in. It's going to force you to play inside the map from really start to finish, which I think also builds towards a more frenetic pace. You heard that word be used a lot by the devs. A lot of these POIs are very chaotic. You've got a lot of central points that you can fight over, but also on the exteriors, places like train station, places like coal depot, are going to force a lot of teams to continue to fight even when they're not at full strength.
Those buy stations really make a difference too, as far as where you're regaining and what teams could be holding them down or locking it in. Repulse able to get some information. UAV you can see on the map, being able to locate enemies as it's pretty much an advanced UAV we got going on here.
Yeah, advanced right now. Yeah, so you would feel like this POV is going to be a fun one to watch for the foreseeable future. Trying to single-handedly hunt down a team of 3 in front of them. Smokes are out. Hunt is on. Looks like this could be a third-party situation as well. And, no need for it as Repulse is just doing it all himself. So, again, you're seeing some of the most experienced Warzone players really just running and gunning at the moment. Small moment of hesitation as Breadman takes him down. But, you know, the other thing about this map that, you know, especially coming off of taking a look at maps like Rebirth Island, which is currently one of the big favorites to Resurgence, is that you do have levels of elevation, but it's hilly. It's not like these dramatic inclines where you see zip lines are necessary. You know, I think that, again, leads towards how does the movement of Black Ops 7 transition into the Warzone space?
I love that you say that, because it's like I'm thinking, okay, I don't have to break my neck looking up at peak, or like the verticality, it's not too high. It almost seems just pretty level headed. You know, some of these buildings though, where you do have multiple levels, where you could potentially hold the high ground or maybe even land on the roof, could be beneficial, but nonetheless, I agree with you. It does seem very like blended out. It's not too much in terms of verticality. Did I see 19?
I saw 19 for Pulse. So these guys are holding nothing back at the moment. Fun stuff. And we're going to start to see kind of a late game situation. And like even just looking at them on the drop in, like yes, you've got these central areas that are going to have a bit more clutter, a little bit difficult to kind of use that kind of more floating UAV style, but the map it feels open. Like there are a lot of transitionary spaces that you could get caught on. So one of those things you got to be a little bit more cautious of as we head over to Team, playing with Isaac and Crowder. These three boys were vibing yesterday very close to one another in their setups during the tech test. For some reason I can't say the words tech test together.
It's going to be a tongue twister. Oh, shots on. I believe that is like Chrissy down below. Napalm strike you see coming inbound, but I love the fact of the kind of like this utilization, right? You mentioned that open area and rotating out. I feel like that's where we see players use a lot of stim shots, smokes, using those utilities to get across.
Yeah, and that's familiar, right? And that's kind of what we've been talking about a lot through COD Next, is how much of the game feels familiar but uniquely different. You're going to start to see, like, yeah, the things that you've been building over the course of at least the last year in Warzone will still apply. It just comes down to how can you utilize new movement techniques, and maybe even more so, again, with tac sprint being a thing you have to really perk into. It's going to change how like your loadout creation is going to look like. But I don't know. It feels like looking, especially at our most experienced players, it feels like they're already locked in, and there's no strain. They're no stranger to what they're already seeing in the gameplay form.
Correct. I think we saw TP a little bit with the LMG, the MK. 18 being one of them, but another elimination we got here of using a body shield. We're seeing too much of this tactical plays here, but nonetheless, you kind of see that big game bounty going in, and I think the boys are going to go towards Rida there.
Oh, yeah.
You can kind of see the big game bounty running away.
Yeah, they're on the way. You heard the calls. They're hunting.
Oh, they're on my level.
I think especially knowing that early circle days, we're going to lose the resurgence timer here in a moment, but you've got a 3v2, and yeah, there goes Joe, there goes Brett, looking for the last, good save, but not enough. Ryder will fall, and Resurgence does get disabled in that moment, so Bippa will pop the advanced UAV, and now it's on to the hunt for the next one, although I do believe Joe may have just spawned right back in again, so maybe a chance for that team that they found as victims to regain.
I have to say, visually, Mansion looks so clean, especially with the hardwood floors.
Yeah.
And again, there's not a lot of dark spaces, dark corners where players have talked about. Sometimes it's visually hard to see enemies and opponents, but I just visually again, have to stress, even inside buildings, how good it looks.
Yeah. It's just, everything feels so clear, and the other word that we've heard the dev team talk about a lot is lighting.
Yeah.
How much focus they put on the exterior versus the interior of certain areas. And you're right, dark contrast versus light bodies, other areas that feel like you have an idea or an opportunity to utilize cover, but it's still, like, you're not incognito, I guess I should say. Like, you're not camouflaged by the environment around you, and it's just, I think that's something that people find a lot of fun with. Being able to know where your fight is going to be, and it feels like you're on an even footing. And there it is, another look back over towards Z-Rex and what this area starts to look like, especially, again, that big open dome, that big atrium, where that natural lighting can still illuminate a lot of these darker corners.
Still providing that realism element to the game. We just love to see that. So kind of just, I believe this squad here, Repulse, Biffle, Lucky, they've kind of cleared everything out, but just making sure, still kind of as we roll through Mansion side.
Yeah, 3v1 situation, so they're going to get a win here. But Repulse going to have some clips to send to Twitter later. that much
For sure. I was like, man, they wiped everybody so dang fast. I was like, yeah, you're right. I didn't even realize that. One player
Oh, wait, they're
left.
going for the dedicated melee kill. This is part of the TCL Power Hour. They're going for the dedicated melee kill. If you want a 27-inch TV, get loud and chat, because this is what you need. They're on the hunt. Get there. Run there. Sprint. Get there. Biffle. Do it. Do it, Biffle. Do it, Biffle. You want televisions. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, we love it. That's the perfect way to take a momentary pause. Biffle Repulse lighten things up here on Havens Hollow. We'll be back. More Warzone coming up. Don't go far.
AMD, the official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7. Share the wins. Elgato, the official streaming partner of Call of Duty. Herman Miller. Check out the latest Embody gaming colorways at hermanmiller.com/gaming. Xfinity customers get early access to the Black Ops 7 open beta. Visit xfinity.com/rewards to claim your code today. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today.
And those were our first ever matches on Havens Hollow here at Call of Duty Next. Amazing action, the dedicated melee, we got the enhanced body shield kills. We're excited to welcome back Matt Christek from Hyman Studios to talk a bit more about this map's design. Matt and Maps. Man, I'm like so hyped from watching those matches, I can't talk. We were screaming back here, but we're definitely getting that small town, sense of Americana on this map. How did you guys think about building Havens Hollow for Resurgence?
Yeah, so first and foremost with Resurgence maps, we really want like fast-paced, high action map, good flow, really interesting routes. For movement, we want to support, all the various play styles that, players want to engage with. And we really wanted to have a good balance between, our power positions, just our cover density, and just spots for people to regain.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Rebirth Island was also based on a zombies map. Shout out to Mob of the Dead. So this is something that we've tried before, and players have really enjoyed it in the past. Excited to see what you guys have cooked with this.
Yeah, Mob of the Dead was great.
Yeah. We know those zombie fans.
We got the zombie fans.
But now we got the Warzone folks playing it, so we're getting back into a little bit more live gameplay in just a second, but I have a few more questions for you, Matt. I know there have been some key areas of focus on this map. What can you tell me about what is going to make Havens Hollow really stand out as an experience?
Yeah, first and foremost, when you look at it, right, the visuals, it's bright, it's colorful, we've got this amazing foliage that's kind of in there. We're really focusing a lot on player visibility, and also like the power spots we're really trying to curate. So like every tree that's on here, we've hand placed, to try to curate those long lines of sight. There's a really, intimate focus on just like the cover placement, the density, just the flow kind of going through these spaces to make sure that it's easy for players, and just, again, just promoting all those different play styles.
So I think for me, where I'm looking at a game as a player, I'm watching these streams, I'm thinking about how I would navigate the map, like going from cover to cover, and it does feel like, there's options all over the place, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing all these features, and I'm having a lot of fun thinking about Darkness right on top of the old Steamboat. Beautiful stuff. Well, that's enough for us for now. Let's get back over to the castles and back to the game.
you out in the studio. Appreciate it. Yes, we have 250 creators today across 2 epic project map arenas, and we find ourselves right in the midst of the TCL Power Hour. We've already kind of kicked things off. Just as a reminder, our creators are trying to complete these 9 challenges while being in the midst of all the chaos, all the frenetic energy of Warzone. And with these 9 challenges, again, come 9 opportunities for you at home to win a 27-inch TCL QD LED monitor. And we've already seen a handful. We've seen the dedicated melee, the combat expert that came through, and the vehicle elimination that you wanted to. So yes, make sure you post on X, include the hashtags listed, and also scan that QR code to get entered for a chance to win the 27G64 monitor from TCL. Sorry we didn't necessarily get to see the vehicle kill on our POV, Valen. I know you're looking forward to it. We still have a lot more challenges to go, and we're going to jump on board with Crowder to see if his Warzone gameplay looks as good as his golf swing.
It's still okay. If it's free, it's me, right? But plenty of opportunities. We'll go ahead and see Crowder getting overloaded there. I think that was Benny, Essential, and Zyro, but I love this map, and I just love the fact that they talked about really catering to all different types of play styles.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that we kind of hinted towards it. I will say it's fun to see that kind of extra level of depth being provided by the dev team, talking about the things that we're just automatically noticing. Like I think you and I as commentators, we often take a look to see how does the map kind of flow? What are the players able to do, like, without hesitation, without obstacle hurdling? And it really feels like this map has provided a lot of fun and again, just a lot of open visibility to allow these generic moments to kind of come through. And again, if you're watching these guys fighting for their Warzone win, you need to get yourself a scuff. Gear up for Call of Duty with the official controller of Call of Duty and Call of Duty Next. Get those back plays, get those interactive triggers, get all the things you possibly need to not end in second like Teep and Co just did.
All right, switching on over though here to Isleague Gaming. Let's see what we got picked up. We're on the main street here, which all of these POIs, Main Street being a popular hotspot. Really over on the southwest side of the map, but all of these different POIs, again, are just so freaking beautiful, Alan. I can't get over it. I'm just literally mind blown right now.
Tell me how you really feel.
It's just every tree being placed strategically to allow players to get into that flow state. We love that.
Yeah, they really do. Oh, goodness. A little bit of issue right there, but Isleague Gaming able to find the elimination. You can capture your gameplay, share the wins with the official creator gear of Call of Duty. That's Elgato, creating tons of products that just will enhance your ability to not just record, but also live stream and just enhance your overall gaming setup. So make sure you check them out at Elgato. Big shout out to our friends there.
Right, so what do we got nearby? This is, I didn't see that echo unit go down. Creating a little bit of a deploy, but all these buildings here, just kind of like looking around, you know, again, just you can kind of see on the main street, just looking, just checking, drinking clear, making sure there's no one, or it's like hiding in here or regaining. But for the main street, I kind of like that, like duality of it being open. You got the buildings on the side, and kind of can just, you know, loot around.
It's just one of those things like with smaller maps that come with Resurgence. I think the inherent question always is about, is it going to be too much? Like, am I going to feel too chaotic? Am I going to feel like I'm just lost completely? Right. And I will say, like, again, like, the ability to connect these different POIs has felt really seamless. Just watching players transition as the zone forces them to move. But at the same rate, being in that more downtown Main Street feel, yeah, you still get that up close and personal kind of jump scare style combat that you want to see, and keeping that balance between movement versus actual interactions. And if you want to dominate every game, make sure you check out the official gaming PC and gaming laptop for Call of Duty. That's Origin. Scan the QR code right there to learn more about how you can get your hands on one. As we continue to see if this group of 3 can find out where exactly this team is that's around them. Again, that high to low, that multi-setup around the riverboat can be difficult to track down players. That's where Movement Kings will really shine.
Speaking with Khaleesi here, the player we see on her screen, she was just so happy to be at COD Next, kind of just like surreal that she gets an opportunity to test this game, and you know, just kind of just seeing just the energy from all of the creators here, and just so happy to even be playing on this new map. This is Khaleesi just rotating and roaming around the riverboat, and I think that team that actually was starting to push him maybe had backed down, but nonetheless. I like this riverboat regain spot.
Whoopsies.
It's okay.
Float out in the water. That's fine. It's again
got
ankle
covered.
deep. It's ankle
Exactly.
deep. It's fine. It's fine. No one's mad. No one's mad. So a chance to build out the loadout, see if they can find some engagements, get things going for the squad. And, you know, it's another thing, too, you know, you talk about just the atmosphere that surrounds this map. I think especially compared to where we are right now in Research with Rebirth Island, like, again, it just feels like everything has a unique element to it, where you feel like you're being transported from place to place. This is the different autonomous kind of level and nature of how these points of interest are set up. As we get a little bit of a jump scare here as the team starts to finally find some contact around the outside of the Haven's Hollow mural. And also seeing a team load back on in after the resurgence timer is still truly in effect. Decent shots. Now a chance to follow up and clean as the darkness will drop and leave that squad a little short-handed.
And I love the Grand 45K, the usage of that hack sprint speed. You got that little extra boost there. So Steiner doing a really good job, kind of just reaching, going quickly with these gunfights, engagements. You don't want to hold on. You don't want to basically fight too long. But I will say this, all coming soon to Warzone, operators will get to ride a special edition Polaris vehicle. But in typical COD Next fashion, we decided to go a step further, and why not have our creators ride Polaris vehicles in a real life in the desert? So let's go ahead and see how that went down.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah!
Graham, are you driving?
Wow, we look so good.
Oh, we in now. Scared.
Let's go.
I survived! You are really good. That was good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, tons of fun. Fans of course, those that like to go off-roading, you need to get in there and enter for a chance to win your very own Polaris adventure by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account, and of course, using the hashtags right below. You want to get out there. You want to give yourself a chance. We're going to take a brief step out and come back with more action from Call of Duty next. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Scuff Gaming, the official controller partner of Call of Duty. Hamilton, equipped for precision. Hamilton and Call of Duty team up for a special edition Khaki Field Auto Watch. Get yours on November 14th. Customize your typing. Drop, the official keycap partner of Call of Duty. Unleash the beast with Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Call of Duty. Welcome back to Call of Duty Next, live from Las Vegas. We are excited to have Raven joining us now to talk about some of the key updates coming to Call of Duty Warzone. Welcome Senior Software Engineer Francesco Galetti and Lead Producer Jason Rohde from Raven Software, gentlemen. The Omni Room, welcome.
We're so excited to have you here. We have so much to cover, and we want to hit on all of the updates coming to Warzone. But I want to start out by talking about how Raven is approaching the Warzone experience. We know there's been feedback from the community on prioritizing Warzone. Francesco, what can you share with us?
Absolutely, Stephanie. We've definitely heard that feedback over the last year. The team is hard at work continuing to evolve the Warzone movement. It's not going to be one-to-one with multiplayer this year, but we're obviously trying to have fun, bringing in those elements such as combo roll from multiplayer, keeping things fresh and engaging, but at the same time somewhat familiar to returning players.
That sounds extremely cool. Like, this sounds like a ton of fun. Francesco, do you have any sort of fun examples for us on the movement changes?
Absolutely, yeah. So for tactical sprint, we are removing default tactical sprint, and we're increasing the baseline sprint speed to compensate for that. If players are still looking for that tactical sprint, it's not going to be available in the sprinter perk.
And you see, it's a big change.
Yeah,
Steph. Like,
we're talking about perks more later on, but are there any other movement features coming to Warzone?
Yes, so we're introducing the all-new combat roll coming to Warzone. It's going to be in the Mountaineer perk, and it's going to be awesome because it's going to let you reduce even further fall damage and keep the momentum as you land.
This is one I've been using a lot. It's become a crutch, so to say, falling off too many buildings. But
Jason roasted some of the creators in the room yesterday getting set up. He was like, "For all of you out there, I know you have fall damage problems. I got you. Like, we got you covered."
Hey, it happens to the best of us, and now we have a perk to help out with that. Another feature that we want to talk about is loadout customization. So, this is, we saw some of the researchers' gameplay, and there's a lot of new things happening. Francesco, what can you tell us?
Absolutely, a lot of new things coming for a lot of customization. So we are going to remove wildcards. We are baking in overkill by default for everyone, and also we are having the return of 5 attachments. That's going to make it easier for us to balance and meta based on the feedback.
That's my question. How are you guys approaching to balancing and shifting metas now with these changes?
Yeah, absolutely. Our philosophy this year is to expand on build diversity, making that every attachment choice is going to be a lot more meaningful. Also, we're going to be shifting meta more often, like we said, and make every category for weapons feel a lot more distinct.
Jason, we were talking about this earlier in the show. Sorry, I have to cough. But earlier,
I got you, dude. I got you. I think we were going to sort of talk about the weapon builds as well. So we've seen it now for MP. Of course, like with Warzone, this is a huge thing. Because my friends are endlessly like, what's the best stuff? What's the best stuff? I'm like, take this. Is that coming to Warzone?
Absolutely, yeah. We're stoked to have weapon build sharing coming to Warzone Season 1 for Black Ops 7 weapons.
It's fantastic news. All right, so the feature is going to make things a lot easier with the squad, and for content creators as well. I mean, we're seeing these players run as many attachments and stuff as they can now. It's going to be a ton of fun watching them put out content, have a good time, and get us loaded with the best stuff. Speaking of the best stuff, let's throw back over to the casters for some more gameplay. Shift, Dream Crazy. Let's rock.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, gang. We're pumped to continue on with our TCL Power Hour. We've already seen 3 crossed off, and I know there has been some dedicated, intentional action trying to get this done. And we are able to cross off another 2 of the TCL challenges. Again, our creators are trying to complete these 9 challenges while being in the middle of Haven's Hollow. Once these 9 challenges are completed, there will be 9 opportunities for you at home to win a 27-inch TCL QD LED monitor. We're coming back into the gameplay, but before we do, scan that QR code. Post on X, it includes the hashtags CODNEX and of course that longer TCL one there to make sure you are properly entered to have a chance to win. Because I'll tell you, we were floating around when they were in the dev studio, and I would hear people saying like, what do we got? What do we need to get still? Because these guys, they don't want to just win, they also want to get this TCL Power Hour completed.
I think we only had 2 more left too. We have an Echo unit and a C4 elimination. We got that.
We gotta get those.
Easy. As well, we're coming on here with probably a quick win, maybe a streak. Only 1 player left as Pros is trying to pin him down. Oh no.
Oh, they're in a little trouble. This is down to 2v3 situation with his teammate flying in still, so TA's being tossed down. No gas mask right now. And now it's just down to a 1v3 situation. Oh, Pros, what do you got for us? Oh, it's not looking good. Down to the last couple of plates. Gas is chewing them up. Shots coming in. Pros, nowhere to go. Not quite able to get over the finish line by the look of it. 1 teammate floating back on in, but it's only a matter of time. Unfortunately, not able to find the Warzone victory here, but so close.
So close. I think you even saw him trying to use his tip shot to get away.
Italian.
Oh, there we go. Look at it. Feeling good about that first win.
No way!
What?
Dirty! That was so sick. Does it count? Yes, it does. Dirty accounts. I know it was an armor break, but it was through a wall. Like, what are we talking about?
That's the PS3 cut too. We've been talking about that sniper, even seeing it in Warzone, how strong it is. And these players are getting ready to load up into a game yet again. Oh, Alan, I really, the one thing I'm also anticipating, as the devs did talk about it, right? We have overkill permanently.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the things that at least I'm kind of locked into, what I'm noticing is how clear on the UI when you see players with their loadouts, you can see what 5 attachments they're going with. So not only can you get the ability of being able to share your loadouts across your communities or across your friend group by using the build share that we've seen introduced for multiplayer. Love to hear that it's coming back into Warzone, because I'll tell you flat out, as much as a meta follower I am when it comes to multiplayer, whenever I jump into Warzone, I never know what's going back through. But speaking of drop, you can also get your drop on by customizing your typing with the official keycaps for Call of Duty. Checkout drop there as we drop on in to see what loadouts Sophie, Bella, and Chrissy are able to pull for this particular drop. Not to keep using the word, but to keep using the word.
Yeah. Let's see where we are going to land. And this one, it's the Homestead, which is pretty, like, I feel like the only, like, central, most, like, POI here. But kind of just taking a first peek and gander, kind of right here at the stables, the barn. You can kind of see it's a quick loot, and you got a buy station nearby, and also one into the northwest area too as well. So maybe we can catch some enemies rotating over.
Little echo usage right there from Sophie. Again, just kind of utilizing some of the different utility points that come in with Black Ops 7 across the board. We haven't really seen too much of it, but I want to see some more sight grenade usage. I know when Miles was first telling me about the sight grenade, I was like, brother, I will be absolutely debated when I get affected by it. I'm shooting everything. People will be looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm excited for that little bit of new deployable utility coming into the game as well. Oh, we already got our first body shield here. Let's go.
Okay, this is happening way too much here today. These guys are having so much fun. I will tell you what, but kind of just taking a look at the elimination
there. Hex! Oh, Hex. Again? You know, I saw his post on X earlier today. He was posting a Black Ops 7 like sniper montage coming soon. It's a happy 18th birthday because he was looking cracked out. But if he's getting body shielded, I might have to go delete.
You gotta just hear them talking, yeah. Alright, so having enough money, of course, to get our loadouts here. The XR3 Ion, a sniper, another one that is going to be featured here in the beta. So much.
And I have to say again, like, I just love the clarity, and it's kind of like the unsung hero of, like, developers, like, just shouting out the UI, UX directors that are involved. Like, it's just, everything is so clear. Like, what does she have in her Peacekeeper? Now you can see it. So, great stuff as we lock back on in, sitting comfortably as Sophie Snaz with her Herman Miller gaming chair, proud to be the official chair partner of Call of Duty Next. Make sure you check out Herman Miller Gaming if you're looking to upgrade your setup and game a little bit longer, a little bit more comfortably, as Sophie locks on another elimination. That's stuff that gets down. So, wow, Hex gets body shielded, the King gets shut down, Shotzi's out of it, ladies are frying.
And I love the decision making that they're choosing here. Like, quickly take that engagement, I mean, take a laugh, take a video and laugh about who you just eliminated. But you can see they're kind of quickly going towards the mansion side, because if you notice behind them, there's a little bit open area, there's a street side, so they just kind of want to get into that cover. And switching on board here with Legends 6K over by the train wreck side. Again, just a lot of situations where you can move fast. We've got an ATV we're seeing here. Smooth pickings.
Yeah, it's just, again, like another element where we talk about the map being a little bit bigger than your normal resurgence, so you get the ability to throw some vehicles in mix. And don't lose track of time, rather, while you're inside of this new resurgence map. Shout out to Hamilton. Equipped for precision, Hamilton is entering the Call of Duty franchise with a special edition Khaki Field Automatic. That is a limited release, so if you're a watch guy or girl, make sure you get your hands on one of those limited editions. So again, we've been wearing them. They're comfy, they're sick, they're awesome. But that's at least it for now. We're going to head on over to break. When we come back, we've got way more when it comes to Call of Duty Next. So stay tuned as we continue to reveal more at Call of Duty Next at the backside of the break.
Dominate every game on a big screen TCL QD Mini LED TV with 144Hz native refresh rate and A&D FreeSync Premium Pro. TCL, the official TV of Call of Duty. Experience the world of Call of Duty with Corsair, the official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty. Operators, get ready to ride the special edition Polaris Razor Pro R and Sportsman XP 1000 vehicles, dropping soon into Call of Duty Warzone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Jason and Francesco, welcome back. We've got more Warzone intel to get through.
Jason, we saw a peek at this in the live gameplay, but there are some changes coming to how perks work in Warzone. It seems to be right in line with the approach we talked about earlier that Raven is prioritizing the Warzone experience with gameplay updates. What have you guys been cooking on perks?
Yeah, we are continuing to restructure and update perks across Warzone to create a more balanced experience while focusing on play agency that will fit a variety of gameplay styles. We have the tack sprint going to the sprinter perk. We talked about that earlier. That's also going to be bringing in some elements of gung ho, which is really exciting. We also have the ghost perk, which will now hide players from advanced UAVs at the cost of a less forgiving movement situation.
And also we can't forget the all-new adaptive perk that merges old elements from previous perks like Resolute and Reflex into a brand new perk, giving you the edge in sticky situations.
Dang, okay. Jason, sounds like we've got to make some pretty serious choices as players when it comes to our loadout now.
Yeah, across the board we've cleaned up perks so that are either redundant or were just rarely used. Our data show that not enough of them were leading to meaningful loadout decisions. So when it comes to looking at those perk categories, we are looking at like the tracker and survivor perks going to slot 3 or the alertness perk going to slot 2, and we believe some of those perk categorization changes are going to lead to more impactful and balanced loadout decisions.
But Jason, with a game like Black Ops 7, we got new toys, new gear, new lethals, new tacticals. It feels like we're thinking a little bit more strategically about what is coming to Warzone. We haven't just thrown all the toys in right away, right?
Yeah, we want to bring what makes sense into Warzone. We want to make sure it fits the modes, the gameplay. The first thing we're bringing over is the needle drone. So the needle drone will be replacing the impact grenades. It is still an impact explosive, but it's providing a little bit more utility for players. They will be able to do manual control and detonations.
This one's really fun. We've had a lot of fun with this in
You can get some fun moments out of it. We also have the pinpoint grenade. You can consider this one sort of a snapshot 2.0. It will shoot out tags that'll be longer duration, multiple pulses, and if you're one of the unfortunate people who gets tagged, you have to choose of am I going to run out the timer or am I going to be vulnerable, take out the tag, and try to get to safety.
Choices. As players, we love it. Francesco, what's your favorite tactical?
I gotta go with the Phantom Signal. It's the first tactical that's Warzone only, and it's gonna cause up to 3 enemies in a 40-meter radius to emit directional sound. It's gonna create a lot of chaos in the battle and it's some really cool moments.
And scrambling the HUD, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay, cool.
All right, Jason, let's talk about field upgrades because there are some great ones coming.
Yeah, we have to talk about the Echo unit. It is creating a hologram that mimics the operator in almost every way. Their skin, their stance, their weapon. It's a upgrade to the inflatable decoy in a lot of ways, and it will get you. It has gotten me many times in our playtest.
I've seen it getting people, here at Next already in gameplay, but I've heard the Warzone teams talking about how there are more opportunities for counterplay in this chapter. What can you give us some examples?
Yeah, the teams really want to go after more intentional counterplay, right? So starting off, we have the smoke grenades, which will extinguish the fire from a Molotov, and we also have stems, which will remove the effects of concussion and flash grenades. So we really want to continue to go after some of these rock, paper, scissors beats as seasons drop where it makes sense.
It's really cool. I mean, a lot more sort of ability here with stuff that's already existing in the game. Awesome. I want to know what's in those stems. What are they doing? Great updates coming, folks. I need one. I'd like a stem shot, please, folks. Well, we're not going to get it, but what we are going to get is some live gameplay. It's back over to Dream Crazy, and it's back over to Shift. TCL Power Hour. What's going on, folks?
It's still going on, Miles. TCL Power Hour continues as we need to see, are these last two going to come through? We saw the Echo unit get utilized, so now we're all rooting for C4 eliminations, because if our creators can find a way to do that, they are going to open up an opportunity for you at home to win 9 separate TVs from TCL. By posting on X, by including those hashtags, by scanning that QR code, you will enter for a chance to win. 27-inch TCL, friends. It's free. If it's free, it's Ellen. I'm a sucker for a sale. There's no better sale than something that's free. So we'll see if our creators can find one C4 elimination in the next little bit to get our TCL Power Hour completed.
Freaks me, but holy smokes. Are we talking about smokes that negate Molotov damage? That was an amazing segment about some of the changes that's coming to Warzone in terms of tactical and utilities, using a stim to basically remove the effects of a stun. Absolutely amazing stuff.
And it's not just like, the thing that I've really found inspiring, like hearing from the devs, whether it be behind the scenes or in specific, like the segments that they're built in to talk about the things that they really feel proudful of, it's everything that comes with the word intentional. It comes with the word improved. Like, this is, I think, an effect that comes with the ability to look directly at what you just did in this last year for Black Ops 6 and say, you know what? That perk, a little redundant. That perk's not all that well used. This ability, this could be better, and then immediately be able to affect it. And I just love that ability to just completely rubber band and come back to what the community has said in the last 365 and come out with something that feels fresh, new, and just absolutely unbelievable. So, as you start to get ready for the beta, make sure you stay hungry. Little Caesars, the official pizza of Call of Duty, as we see another Warzone victory take place. Legends is surprised. He's like, wait, that's the last team?
It's like these players are getting so locked in, it's just, you don't even realize sometimes. You just want to go around the map and fly around, get into that flow state, as you mentioned. The developers intentionally placing every single tree even to make it perfect for our players. They are listening to the community feedback, and we are coming out with a really great product.
And so far, we've seen a ton of absolutely wild plays throughout Call of Duty Next, so we're going to take a moment to check out today's top plays presented by AMD.
Right, well, this was one that we had saw with Scuff getting pinched here in this situation, and of course Leonard, Shifty, and Ahsoka taking the dub.
You see even just bouncing in the background, just the excitement, the joy that comes through. We heard some words shared by Leonard for that, but Aiden, what happened? Hello? I mean, off the mantle, shots are there, but gets absolutely destroyed. That so far, I think, has been one of my top plays, just individually, and Repulse on the other side shows the joy of what exactly just unfolded. We'll see you on Reddit.
How about this snipe, though, from Dirty? Dropping 360, boom! And right in there, displaying the snipers that's to come with a BS Recon, a win for Dirty Crew.
FaZe doing FaZe things. We're going to skip over to a quick break. 360, not quite no scope, but Dirty pop it off as we had to break, come back with more.
You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today.
We are back with our developers because it's time to talk about the iconic Verdansk. Welcome, Assistant Creative Director Carl Beauregard from Phoenix. Carl, what can you share us on the updates coming to Verdansk?
A lot, actually. But first, I just want to say that I'm really grateful to be here to represent so many great people who are working on Verdansk across the world. Now, together, we love Verdansk, just like our players. And we really wanted to make sure that for Season 1, we deliver really impactful changes to the map. So, together, Beanox, Raven, and High Moon, we've delivered not one, but two major point of interest. The first one is a brand new signal station, and the latter is a remastered factory.
Well, I think we're infilling as we speak, but let's take a look at the updated TAC map.
There they are.
Very first look at Signal Station coming to Verdansk. Carl, we'll start with Signal Station. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, it's brand new, modern, clean. It's an eye-popping addition to the map. It has a unique gameplay feature that players can take advantage of. And as you can see right there, it features multiple buildings with unique visual, but more importantly, gameplay flow, right? You have the control room right there. You just saw the server room. There you go, we're back at it. It's really just a nice addition to the north section of Verdansk.
I was going to say, I mean, like the map, it looks great, and I love the addition, but why this area of the map?
Yeah, exactly. So basically, we saw that players really love military base, but it's also isolated in the north, right? And so we wanted to breathe life in an area that hasn't seen much action lately. So that's why.
Yeah, it sounds extremely cool, and one thing that I love is just we're seeing it around us now, but knowing that visual and the height is going to draw people into this POI. Hopefully some players are going to drop there today. We're going to get a look. But I think you mentioned earlier that there's a unique feature in store for us with Signal Station.
Absolutely. I'm thrilled to talk about it, really. Signal Station will introduce what we call the Tactical Heat Map. It's a feature that gives you crucial information on the battlefield. So it's really great. And basically, in a nutshell, it shows the threat level all around you on the TAC map.
We're getting a look at it here. So the tactical heat map is not in this build here.
Exactly.
Here at Next.
So here you can see it, the entire Verdansk displayed in front of you. You have it, that's your personal version where you can see where most players are. It's really useful.
It looks really useful. It's giving, again, us as players a lot of choice. We can make, informed decisions based on a little bit of information around us.
Yeah. We wanted to add a strategic gameplay element as we introduced Signal Station. So that's what we've done. If you're an aggressive player, you can go there and use the heat map to go towards the red zones to get those high kill games. And if you want to play tactical, you can go towards the green ones or the yellow ones. You choose your own pace with the heat map. And that's what we love about it. And it actually gives a true reason to go at Signal Station.
Yeah, you're coming at it, and we need the intel. You want to get that edge as a player. I know our sweaty players are going to be there looking for, where to head for more kills early in the match.
Yep.
But a reminder, what we're seeing here at Next is an alpha build of Warzone. So like I said, the heat map is not available today in this build, but something that players are going to be able to jump into at Season 1, which is very exciting.
It is.
Now, it's not the only POI we have to talk about in Signal Station. It looks great, but there is another whole different POI happening on Verdansk for Season 1, and that is Factory. Carl, Factory sounds cool as well, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, we are very excited to welcome back Matt Christek from High Moon Studios. Matt, some people might be a little bit familiar with Factory, but what's new here?
Yeah, so the POI you remember from Verdansk 84 is coming back. We've updated the theme, but we purposefully kept the layout the same. So it's now manufacturing rocket components. There's improved lighting. There's improved callouts. There's numbers on top of all the buildings. You can kind of see it from infill.
Yeah, I love how clean this map is, and like you said, because you kept the same layout, we're going to know our way around, right? It's got a new look, but this feel is going to remain the same.
Yeah, you can see the new rocket parts, different pieces of cover.
It is really cool. This does feel just like, it looks like the layout looks perfectly like 84. I've got some very strong memories of the rooftops of that factory. That looks great.
Yeah.
It looks like some of our players might be dropping in there live. Hopefully,
they're close to Signal Station right now. It's right behind him.
Oh yeah, I see it on the right there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're getting ready to drop in. Got a lot of noisy butters.
You love butters.
We love butters here. But again, are we going to go factory off rip? We can check out Signal Station.
Yeah,
I'm sure we will. Surely, guys.
Like I said, I feel like people are going to be really drawn to Signal Station in infill just because of the verticality and how that dome is just like,
it's so impactful. You almost see it from anywhere in the map. That's the beauty of it. It's like you're at Superstore, you see it. You're at the Overlook, you see it. You're at the stadium, you will see it too. So you can't really miss it out. It's a great landmark to Verdansk.
This drops a little far off, but I'll see if anyone's going for it. But this does look like a lot of fun, like a really nice addition to the map, guys. Well done.
Yeah.
No, Carl, I loved this spot back in the day, so I'm really excited to see it come back. Miles and I were playing Verdansk 84 together, back then. Here we are now.
Yeah.
But what's it gonna feel like?
I mean, we tend to really find success when we strike the right balance between fan favorite returns, like a great factory that feels good, that Matt just described, and then a brand new addition with Signal Station, as you can see right there on the screen. the beauty of them right now is they're both sharing a similar art direction, so they feel connected visually. So I think at the end of the day, those two additions will really help Verdansk, and that's what we want as we look at this map and we want it to have a beautiful future, right?
Yeah, and like I said before, keep in mind alpha build. This is an alpha build of Season 1, so some things might be changing between now and when players can play it at Season 1 launch. And you guys are looking for feedback on
Então,
this too
pelo,
here at
pelo
Next,
que eu
which is awesome.
estou
So we
entendendo
might even see
aqui,
some changes,
sendo
right?
assim,
Absolutely. You may see some
vai ter
changes
dois
in the
mapas
future.
para Battle
It's
Royale, né,
normal.
que seria o
We're
mapa
looking for
refúgio, né,
feedback
que é o
here at Call of
Heavens,
Duty
quer
next.
dizer,
So
refúgio
we're
para
just very proud
tradução,
of what we've
e
accomplished
teremos
so far, and we can't wait to see what players
a
do with it.
continuação do
Guys,
mapa
cannot wait to see the real deal
Verdansk.
when it comes to Warzone in Season 1.
Legal
Now,
isso
let's
daí.
check back in on the TCL Power Hour with our casters.
Ou seja, se pelo menos 60%, eu acredito que 60% do que está apresentando hoje na Coordinates, beleza? Nesse grande evento, né, do Call of Duty, tudo isso que está sendo apresentado, todo esse conteúdo vindo para a versão mobile, ou versão mobile, 60% eu acredito que vai vir. Então, sendo assim, dois mapas vai vir, vai ser muito legal isso, né? Será usado sim o motográfico, o novo motográfico, o IW10, tá? Que esse motográfico, inclusive, ele é para se trabalhar justamente na versão mobile, nos dispositivos mobile. Vai ser muito bom isso. Ou seja, aquilo que muita gente estava acreditando é que o Warzone não iria voltar, sim, ele vai voltar sim de novo o Warzone, ele vai voltar. Até o presente momento tem muita gente que ama tanto o Warzone da versão mobile que continua jogando, como eu. Sempre estou jogando Warzone, sempre estou trazendo gameplay, tá, do game em si. E sempre acreditei que esse game ele não simplesmente ele não iria se apagar, como muitos haters desejou tanto isso, desejou, mas só que no final o que vai acontecer é que vai vir o novo Warzone Mobile, a versão 2.0, e todos os jogos que estão sendo lançados hoje, né, ficarão para trás mais uma vez, porque a galera inteira vai vir para jogar o Warzone. Isso vai ser simplesmente
And Jason,
incrível.
I think this is your
Tá?
favorite.
Yeah, I've made it no secret that this is the one I will be grinding for. Absolute Zero looks fantastic.
No sleep till Absolute Zero.
No sleep, not necessary.
Love that translucent barrel, but look at Apocalypse. This is mean.
Gnarly, and I mean, like all final tier mastery camos, wait till you see this thing when it gets fired.
Wow.
High caliber guns, super fun. Automatic guns, fun to fire with, and this one changes as you play and as you shoot.
This looks amazing. It's fantastic. But what about camo tracking, Jason? Got an MP in Warzone?
Yeah, I'm stoked to have challenge striking and the camo hub coming over to Warzone with launch of Season 1.
Awesome news. Now, Lawrence, tell us about global progression in Warzone, because I think this is happening, and I think players should be really excited.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned it leading up to this moment quite a few times. This is a truly connected game. Wherever you are playing, you are progressing. We have Classic Prestige in Warzone. We're going to have Weapon Prestige in Warzone for the first time. Weekly challenges in Warzone. A calling card, 100%er grind. All of your favorite global systems are going to be in Warzone starting with Season 1.
Hell yeah, they are. Jason, I just want to hit quickly on playlists too. We know the community is always, asking what to expect. So specifically for Season 1, what can you tell us?
Yeah, with new Resurgence map, we're stoked to say that we want to make sure players are able to play what they want to play. So we will have both Haven's Hollow and Rebirth Island available across all squad sizes in a rotation playlist at Season 1 launch.
Sick. Jason, for the competitive folks among us, can I ask about Warzone rank play? Is it happening?
I think I can tell you that Warzone rank play will be coming alongside multiplayer in Season 2.
Really excited to share more about what's coming to both Warzone ranked and MP ranked as we get closer to Season 2 launch.
Well, thank you so much, Lawrence, Jason, Carl, Matt, Francesco. There's so much to look forward to in the upcoming chapter of Warzone.
Oh man, this was sick. So cool. Like, Warzone Season 1's going to be insane. There's so much going on. But we're not done. I see that there is also something we have to talk about. There is a small secret you want to share with the community.
The rumors are true, Miles, because I do have a secret that I would like to share with the community, because remember back in June, after the Black Ops 7 confirmation, you and we did an episode of the COD Pod.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we...
Shout out to the COD Pod.
Shout out to the COD Pod. That's straight. First up, like, comment, and subscribe. Like, for real. Check that out.
But there was a shot from the teaser that got the community, let's say, pretty excited.
Okay. Where are you going with this?
And I said, hey, this is indeed a shot from the upcoming Black Ops 7 co-op campaign, right?
Yeah.
So that's the truth. This is campaign gameplay.
Yeah.
This is Avalon.
Yeah.
But what if I told you that two things can be true at once? So I am happy to officially confirm that we are bringing a bold new experience to Warzone in the spring, inspired by the original Blackout and set on Avalon.
Shut the front door, Blackout, baby! We're back! I've got some incredible memories of Blackout with my friends. I do know where you were going with that one!
I punked you, I'm so sorry, but I am so excited to talk about this, and I'm not even done with announcements because the Warzone team is bringing the heat. We have a refreshed take on Rebirth Island coming to Resurgence in early 2026, and we're keeping the home of Battle Royale fresh with more updates coming to Verdansk in the spring. And with the arrival of our new experience on Avalon, we'll be running both the classic Battle Royale experience on Verdansk and this new mode on Avalon simultaneously. So we're giving Warzone players more options on how they want to play.
Okay, this is a lot. This is a lot of stuff.
Stay tuned for more information on these in the next year.
I can't wait to see what the new Blackout looks like, folks. Spring 2026 is going to be a banger. Up next, though, we have got Call of Duty Mobile live from Las Vegas. Don't go anywhere. The official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7. Share the wins. Elgato, the official streaming partner of Call of Duty. Herman Miller. Check out the latest embodied gaming colorways at hermanmiller.com/gaming. Xfinity customers get early access to the Black Ops 7 open beta. Visit xfinity.com/rewards to claim your code today.
I play Call of Duty Mobile every day.
Congratulations to Call of Duty Mobile on 6 amazing years, and I look forward to seeing you all in the game next season.
Happy 6th anniversary Call of Duty Mobile. To more years of victories and staying legendary.
Happy 6th anniversary to Call of Duty Mobile. Because if it hadn't launched in 2019, I don't know where I would be today.
Feliz 6º aniversario a Call of Duty Mobile.
Oh my god.
Are going to be your COD Mobile 2023 World Champion.
O melhor game mobile. Galerinha, agora sim chegou onde eu queria. Agora eles vão falar a respeito da versão mobile. Beleza.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fully maxed out
Versão mundial, versão global,
character skin.
a versão mobile. Call of Duty Mobile.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. For over half a decade, Call of Duty Mobile has been the definitive mobile shooter globally. And now, as it approaches its 6th anniversary, it's pretty clear that things are just getting started. I'm talking new gameplay, improvements with new collaborations, and the return of fan favorite content, and even a brand new way to play. All this and more is coming up today. But before we dive into the future of Call of Duty Mobile, let's keep up with the good vibes going as we have iHeartRadio helping us out to celebrate 6 years with the official radio station on the free iHeart app. Not only are they
Pessoal, aí basicamente ele está falando da seguinte maneira: muito bem-vindo ao novo Call of Duty Mobile com colaboração com alguns estúdios. Aí ele começa a falar a respeito do novo Call of Duty, ou melhor, o Call of Duty Mobile 2.0. Pera aí que a gente vai continuar.
And each view of the stream counts towards the progress bar down below. So once we reach 100%, we will be rewarding the COD-M community with $1.5 million worth of COD points. Serious money, a lot of serious stuff to talk about, but joining me to share all of the big news, all of the big things happening on the small screen, we have Matt Lewis, Vice President at Solid State Studios, and Leo Yao, Head of Timmy J3 Studio. Gentlemen, thanks for
Quem
coming.
conhece o Chris, né? O grande Chris.
What are we about to see? What's going down in COD-M?
Que está sempre na rede social falando a respeito da versão
Sixth
mobile.
anniversary, new limited time modes, the return of some classics, and towards the end something pretty special. Should be fun. You know, Leo, we've worked on this game for close to a decade, which is just crazy. And I feel like while we've tried throughout the years some really different things, different experiments, one of the through lines, the consistent elements, has just been making sure we're just a definitive AAA mobile shooter.
Yeah, to me, the core of Call of Duty in general is movement and gunplay. Early on in development, we spent over a year perfecting the feel of firing so many playtests. But we need it to be perfect. An AK needs to feel like an AK, a kilo needs to feel like a kilo, and Orden should feel like an Orden. Getting that Call of Duty feeling right off mobile, what took years to perfect.
You guys definitely did perfect it, and I love that you focused on the fundamentals. When you zoom out, though, what I love about COD-M is how it embodies kind of the best of so many eras of the Call of Duty franchise, all in one title. But this game has so much more than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, the cross-franchise collection is just so special. You know, we have gameplay, I think, from like a dozen different COD titles, plus a bunch of... It is, it's just crazy. And like when you think of the hit list, you can load into MP, Crash, the Hacienda, the Nuketown, the Terminal. It's just incredible. It's the same for VR too. VR is also awesome. We have these amazing originals like Isolated, and on top of that, just classic bangers like Alcatraz and Blackout.
Yeah, what makes me feel the most proud is original maps and mods we've created for COD-M. But I also think the real magic comes when we take the classics and reimagine them for our players.
Mas eles estão falando aqui do Call of Duty Mobile, eles não estão falando do Warzone Mobile, beleza? Vamos esperar para ver se vai ter, se eles vão falar algo a respeito. Se eles falar alguma coisa a respeito da versão mobile, então é essa versão que eles estão se referindo. A respeito do Warzone Mobile, até o presente momento eu não vi. Tá? Eles falaram e apresentaram apenas da plataforma de PC e console, beleza? Até o presente momento. Aí então agora eles estão falando a respeito da versão mobile, mas essa versão mobile que eles estão se referindo aqui é a versão do COD Mobile. Eles não estão falando a respeito do Warzone Mobile, beleza? Se eles não falarem nada, não se referir a respeito do Warzone Mobile, então de fato o Warzone Mobile já era, ele morreu, tá? E fica por isso mesmo.
They allow you to express yourself. It's a really fundamental, important part of what COD-M is. We get a lot of love, especially for the mythic and legendaries, and we're super pumped to actually be bringing back one of beloved mythic operator very soon.
Wait, so it's not just the skin. A mythic operator returning. Any teasers? Any hints here, Matt?
Not quite yet, but soon.
Soon. Fine, guys. Okay, so you're staying true on the AAA mobile shooter front, staying with your roots of combining the best of the past along with the boldest gameplay experiences ever to come to COD-M. It's been fantastic stuff. But can we dive a little bit deeper into the upcoming season of Call of Duty Mobile? I'll see you on the other side of this trailer, ladies and gentlemen.
Watch your six.
That's got me fired up. We are now joined by Elizabeth Burr, Senior Director at Solid State Studios, and Jeffrey Gullett, of course, the co-head of Call of Duty Mobile at Solid State Studios. Hey guys, welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Awesome. Glad to be here.
This has been so much fun, and we've got a lot to talk about with the new season coming up, so give us the scoop. What are we looking forward to?
Yeah, we're all super excited about what players are going to start seeing very soon in Season 9, and then continuing through Season 10. We've also got to officially celebrate our 6th anniversary for Season 11, but we wanted to extend the celebration by bringing back classic maps and modes that delivered meaningful gameplay changes. For example, the Battle Royale map Isolated at Night, which hasn't been in the game since 2021, is making a huge return. There's also the return of the night maps Hackney Yard, Summit, and Crash, which is something players have been experienced briefly back in 2020, but content like this has been in demand for a while now, and we're bringing them back so new fans can find out what all the hype was about. We're also adding the much sought after Going Dark Battle Pass to the Battle Pass Vault in Season 10.
Yeah, and Season 9 is a really fun season since we get to celebrate Halloween, and you know Call of Duty loves to celebrate Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the much-loved Haunted Hacienda makes a return, plus Pumpkin Confirmed, an Attack of the Undead modes, and we also have the Super Infected playlist that will be live as well. But of course, the big Season 9 news is our collaboration with WWE superstars Alexa Bliss and Undertaker. They're joining COD-M as original operators, so they have their own voiceover, and we incorporated our motion capture technology to emulate their celebrated moves. We also have the Extreme Rules limited time WWE mode, where players can become Undertaker or Alexa Bliss and use their signature finishers to take down opponents.
This is awesome. I mean, anyone who's ever owned a trampoline has dreamt of doing a tombstone pile driver. I can do it on my cell phone now in Call of Duty Mobile. Alexa Bliss, though, this is what a lot of the new fans are fired up for. Her finisher in-game is nasty. The motion capture, what we're seeing right on screen here, this is one of the coolest things that happens in the Call of Duty franchise, and I love that we're seeing it in your game.
Yeah, this was really exciting that Alexa was able to come into the motion capture studio. We captured her likeness, but then she also worked with the team, as you see here, to get down her exact moves perfectly, and it really shows in the game.
So many awesome skins, the operators available. Season 9 has been incredible. The Undertaker is here, and we have so much more coming. When you look at this process, though, how much effort went into bringing WWE to life in Call of Duty Mobile?
Well, it doesn't just happen overnight, that's for sure. So, this was a collaborative effort across all the teams working on COD-M and, our partnerships team, everyone. So it's just so exciting to really see this finally come to life and, to see all the great weapons that we've put out there for this season. I'm just so excited to see the players get to have their hands on it over the next day or so.
And to quote Tim the Tat Man, I mean, Call of Duty does some pretty great stuff with their weapon skins, but you guys do it differently in the COD-M universe. I love what you've been building in Season 9, and we have Season 10 just around the corner. Jeff, this has been a blast here at Next. I know the COD-M fans are going crazy, and you guys have had so many great partnerships. Are you playing Undertaker or Alexa Bliss first?
I'd probably go with Alexa. She's just so cool. I love her. I love her moves, and she's just so funny. It's really great.
Play in pain.
Absolutely.
Play in pain.
Elizabeth, though, that is not the only partnership we have done. You guys have done so much in this world. Can you tell me about some of the other things you've worked on?
I know. We've really been having a lot of fun with our in-game content. We had 7 Deadly Sins and Gundam. We had Ronald Acuna's La Bestia bat in the game, and we just celebrated the launch of Mythic Dark Shepherd with DJ Zed, just a couple weeks ago. So it's so fun getting to surprise players with these different collabs, but we're also, making sure that they still feel really true to Call of Duty Mobile.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what's next. Let's take a quick look at Season 9 Midnight Rumble hitting Call of Duty Mobile this week.
Are you brave enough to play with me?
don't know about y'all, but I am ready to rumble after that one. And I hear there's one more surprise that we have in store for the fans for Season 9.
There is, and I think you're really going to like this one. So as part of our 6th year celebration happening this fall, we wanted to bring back the GOAT of Mythic operators. I mean, the GOAT of Call of Duty. And my personal favorite, because he's a fellow dog owner,
of course,
the one, the only, Mythic Ghost is returning to COD M in Season 9.
This is going to go like hotcakes. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Mythic Ghost back in COD M. So much news. We need a quick break to recover, ladies and gentlemen.
Stream Call of Duty Mobile Radio on the free iHeartRadio app for the songs and sounds that level you up. Every station star and every next broadcast view helps unlock $1.5 million of COD M COD points for the entire community. So lock in, get listening, and level up together. Eligible territories only while supplies last. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize. A trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today.
Stock up on COD points. The Call of Duty mobile web store has everything you need. Score extra every time. Get bonus COD points with every purchase. Don't miss out. Log into the web store using your Call of Duty mobile ID and snag your free gift. No purchase needed. Visit the Call of Duty mobile web store now.
Welcome back. It looks like that iHeartRadio progress bar is filling up fast, and I am loving the energy from the Call of Duty mobile community today. Okay, so Jeff and Elizabeth, I've been a long-time COD M fan, and I truly love the way this game plays. It sounds like you guys have got some other exciting improvements to share with us, though. What do you have in store?
Yeah, we're constantly making improvements to the game to ensure we're delivering the best possible experience for our players. And over the past couple of years, we've been remastering some of our most popular multiplayer maps to improve performance and enhance the graphics. And we've also been implementing new first-person weapon handling animations. Some of the latest weapons like the Ram 7 and the MG82 already have featured these updates, and we're rolling these out to all the weapons over time. And player movement is also getting a big overhaul, as well as everyone should notice more fluid and natural movement across the board. All these improvements enhance the player immersion, which is why COD M continues to set such a high bar for graphics and visual fidelity.
And we're also always looking for more ways to bring COD M to more people